you know goldenrod makes an excellent tea?
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Aaron.
Me.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tomic's veteran of the comic book industry for 30 years of I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and this sucks.
Tonight's episode, Death is a Double Cross.
Don't start! We haven't left yet!
Whoa!
Let's go!
Let's go to Dutch. Yeah.
I'm tired. You know,
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so-
We suck.
so Friday night, I
You
went
have just
to a
been living it
midnight
up.
showing of House of Frankenstein,
Think
which
you
we'll get
forget
to in a
we're
little bit.
old.
And then last night, which was Saturday night, my daughter
Yeah.
had to see the meteor showers, which were almost the most uneventful thing I've ever
Mhm.
experienced in my life. We saw like in 3 hours of watching, we saw like 3 shooting stars, and they weren't even like, woo, that's
Well,
major.
the optimal viewing was at 3 a.m. And there was
Well, they
no
said
way
from
you were
1
going
to
to
3 a.m. So yeah.
How long? When did you get home?
Well, we only went for-
obviously.
Well,
We're
they
trying
said you
to.
could see stuff at 10
Yeah.
p.m. So we
Right.
went out to this park field thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Saw one.
Mm.
And then I said, okay, I'm done. Because we were out there for an
Done.
hour. And then so we drove back to the house. And then I said, you can see it just as well in the backyard. And so
Is she still out there looking?
yeah, I think she is. And so then I was working on this show of all things.
This one?
Yeah. And
Awesome.
so about 12:30, I went back out there and for nothing. And then she went back out after 1 a.m. and for nothing. So anyway, 2 nights
I
in a
didn't
row. I've
miss
been up
anything.
late.
Except sleep.
The collar of my shirt is sagging. That means the shirt's had it, right? It's time to throw it out when it does that.
Either you or the shirt. I'm not
One of
quite
the-
sure which one.
Well, I haven't seen that commercial. The guy goes on the date and his collar is just all jacked up, and the girl's like, "Wow." You haven't seen
Oh,
that?
you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that though.
No, but it still means that
I'm sure
shirt
somebody will
maybe-
find something to say
See,
about
look
it
at
though.
it should be
And
snug
the
up there,
hair's
shouldn't
going.
it? Yeah,
Let me
just
out.
scratch it. Anyway, hey everybody, you're watching.
Hi.
You're watching Aaron live.
Experiencing.
I'm Aaron. This is Shelley Showtime.
Sometimes.
Man, do we have a huge show.
That's what you keep
It's
saying.
August the 13th, 2023, and we have a huge freaking show. Gigantic.
Boy, I should have got some sleep then.
Just stuff going on. Stuff
Maybe
I got to
we
talk
should start-
about.
Maybe we should try it next week.
No, because next
Because-
week I'll even have a bigger show.
Oh, I need
you just
help.
gotta keep building.
I
That's how
need
you build the
some cracks
audiences.
or something.
Hey now.
Okay, who's here?
Woo! Ahoy, Aaron and Shelley. I hope Shelley's med switch works out great. Best wishes to her.
Oh,
Thank you,
no.
Repairman
I
Jack.
get to go off for like 2 weeks. Last
I
night
know.
was my first time I didn't take it. It was weird. Maybe that's what stressed me out all night. It was like
Could be.
I asked the doctor, little cancer cells we don't know about, gonna have a party. She said,
No. Just 2 weeks.
if I was worried about it, I would tell you. And I was like, I really like her. Don't you like her?
She's
She's pretty funny.
friendly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Daniel Russell was actually the first one in the house last night,
Oh.
but he got wiped clean.
Jesus. Overachiever.
Mhm.
All right, I'll let you go. Ready,
Uh,
go.
All right. Stippling Vaughn is here. Citizen Ronan says it's
Frankenstein.
and we shall find out. Bill Maxwell is here.
Hi, Bill.
Richie Cyberdupe says, hail, Aaron. Hail the chat. Hail
I read
Comics
that as
Gate.
cyber poop. I
And
apologize.
bananas to all.
I apologize, even though you didn't even know.
Mark Pengren is here. Hopefully Shelley will do better with the new meds.
Let's hope so.
Now this is interesting here. It says Richie
Yes.
Cyberdupe says the
Educational.
old English name for eggs is Aaron, which sounds exactly like Aaron. I don't know what that means. Randy Howell, all the way from Canada, is here.
Ooh.
Wishing everyone a happy Sunday. Citizen Ronan, of course, is here. Sheeple Hunter. Ethan's bottom surgery was a success. Don't think that's what he was in for.
Sure.
Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven's here. Just managed to get dinner ready. Good for
Nice.
you.
Good job.
He's ahead of the food curve, I think. Lewis
He's got his
says.
life together.
Mhm.
We usually look at each other and go, well,
Dinner?
Dinner?
Eating tonight?
What do you think?
Squibs is here. A holder 6480. Tarks 9 also from Canada. Mr. Chemo is here.
oh,
Kevin Thomas. Hail Aaron, hail chat.
Fox Mulder.
Varukusaki.
Yuck.
Oh, Fox Mulder has returned.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and hey, Geek Avenger.
The show is always a refreshing experience. Thank you, Fox.
Oh, I'm
Appreciate
glad
that.
for someone it is.
I'm glad to see you back.
Geek Avenger had a
barely here,
little
folks. Glad to see
overnight
you.
surgery.
Oh, did he?
I don't know if I'm allowed to share anything,
Well, then maybe
so
you
I'm not going to
shouldn't.
say anything, but he's
Doing
he's
well,
still with
apparently.
us.
So that's good.
Yes.
Brian
Yes.
Suddenly Old is here. Marcus Killigrew. No, just a vast knowledge of pop culture.
Serious.
from
Yeah.
Mark.
Yep. He's
So,
awesome.
Leg Kick is here because Leg Kick, of course, is almost always here. The Geek Easy is here.
Squids.
Let's see who else. Anybody?
I can't look.
I'm spinning.
Scrolls so fast. Makes my eyeballs go.
Aaron's shrinking. Am I? I don't
You're
think I am.
slouching.
I'm slouching.
He's huge.
It's
sloucher.
fatigue. It's fatigue.
Wow.
Christina Lynn.
Hi, Christina.
Christina, of course, just
founder of
proofread the Garbage Man story for me,
Commas
so it's
and
ready to go.
exclamation points
That's
and
right.
such.
She found 2 commas and 1 exclamation point that was missing, so we took care of that. Garbage Man's ready to go. And we're moving on
Nice.
to the nightclub story, which I just did all the word balloons for last night, or balloon placement. That'll go to the letter tomorrow. Should be done in, well, his
Awesome.
turnaround is incredibly fast. So
Awesome.
things are rolling along.
Kevin Thomas.
There's Daniel Russell. He was here first, and now he's
And he's
getting
back.
in late.
Hi, Husker. Are you running? Are you running?
Comics Legend. Hi, Aaron. Shelley. Any updates on the Lopresti website?
Ooh,
Yeah, the
good
update is
question.
that when I get around to it, it's
If I just knew how to do it,
no,
we
I've
would
got
still be waiting,
I've got
though.
to set the stuff up, and I've been prioritizing obviously getting the book
Yeah.
done, and then trying to say, okay, once I get the book to the printer, then I can like spend a few days working on the website and getting that stuff. So sometime this
List.
month,
Did you make a list?
or sometime September, I mean. So
What'd you say first?
what? I'm making a list and checking
Sometime
Sometime?
in.
I said September. No, I said sometime this month. And I went, oh, wait a minute, I meant September.
Yeah, okay,
That's
gotcha.
what I meant to say, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Comic Hinterlands is here. Halo Presties. Am I caller 14?
14.
Do I win the
Oh,
concert
did
tickets?
you ever do that? Try to be like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I always got
I think I won
busy
once.
signals. Like, did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't remember what I won though.
Brian Rubinacher says, I just want to
Wow.
hear Aaron pronounce my last name.
How do you do?
I think I just pronounced it
Rubinacher?
correctly.
Knacker.
Rubinacher. It could be Knacker. Rubinacher.
See, this was the hardest part of teaching, was you get your class list and you're like, oh, I can't say half of these. So that's when I just decided to call kids by something else. No, that you look like a, and then I would change their name.
Yeah, well, it's always
Or
helps
they
you.
get a nickname.
That's what I do. I throw out nicknames
Yeah,
liberally.
because I was just like, one of my favorite students, I don't have a favorite, but one of my favorites, Yosia Ionescu. I called him Yo.
Well, that's good.
Because I was like, in the middle of,
yo.
I can't stop and go and make my mouth actually say those words. But he was awesome.
Norrin Rad 2 Turbo is here.
Turbo.
Let's see.
Ooh, did you hear that?
I
That's a good
did.
one.
Greek Avenger says, thanks, folks. That was not the way I wanted to take a week's vacation from work. Take a week's
But, it works.
do what you got to do. But we're glad you're hopefully feeling better. I assume you are. Did I say comic? Yeah, we did. Daniel Ross. There's Daniel. Yeah. The chat is a true triage of CG. We're all going to the hospital and getting things done.
Wow.
There's some truth into that.
Yeah.
David Alicia is here. Yeah, go.
Sorry.
Brian was happy
Very
with the
good.
pronunciation.
Nice.
I have your Lord.
Olaf.
I have your-
NYC.
Oh, okay. I have your Lord Pumpkin next gen comic. It's actually an
Nice.
Ultraverse comic from Malibu, but that I still appreciate you getting it. That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Very Wrightsony, very House of Mystery kind of.
Right
Really
up your
enjoyed
alley.
that book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you pointing at?
Geek Avenger for $5.
Yay!
Ooh.
Thank you for the $5, Geek.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I told the operating surgeon I had to hit. I had been hit by a cannonball. That's what probably caused the hernia. Well,
That's
you brought it on yourself. That's all I can say.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, the cannonball. You know, if
Yeah.
it resulted in a hernia, then that's
There you have it. Moving right along.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Shelley,
Oh.
we like to, before we get rolling, we always like to do a little bit of a public service announcement.
Yeah, because we're all about service in the public.
That didn't sound very good. So let's take a look at this real quick and let me see if I can hit Frankenstein in time this
Okay.
time. was
Well
pretty
done. I had to
good.
cue you a little
That's
bit,
pretty good.
but that was pretty good.
Yeah, so if you're new to this channel, or even if you're old to this channel but just have not been able to muster up enough courage to
push that
subscribe, please do. Hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications, as they say. I don't know who says that, but I just
Someone
repeating what
does.
I've heard.
And, we're all about following. So.
That's right.
We're such followers.
Kevin Thomas says, I've been hit by so many cannonballs, it strengthened my core. Thanks, Aaron. I do what I can.
Nice.
I'm a fitness instructor, really.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely
Timmy Mello says, if we learned anything, good health is indeed a blessing from God and indeed something to be cherished. Yeah.
See, and
if
then
you're lucky enough to have it. If you're fortunate enough to have it,
yes,
yes, very much so.
God thinks I'm amazing that I can handle
That's right.
all this stuff.
Mhm.
But but at least now, like, it's in the near future. So I can get an MRI and then figure out what's going on with my back.
Jake
So
Lucas,
yeah, it's all good.
literally everyone says that on YouTube. I know, because we're supposed to. They tell us
Oh,
to
for some
say
reason
that.
we get like bonus points for
Yeah.
how many subscribers we have, and then we can trade them in for merchandise.
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for that
Yeah.
to happen.
Somebody told me.
Don't they have like a
before.
special merchandise catalog they're supposed to send you? that
Yeah,
you
like
can-
the credit card points. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to this.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
You know what I've discovered,
What?
Shelley,
Let me see.
is
I know where he keeps the snacks now.
Trader Joe's 99 cents for these.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, they're
In Joe Biden's America?
I thought they were like this sort of kind of what do you call it? Fancy schmancy
Like
kind of
Whole
boutique-y
Foods, whole paycheck.
grocery place.
Yeah.
But Whole Foods whole paycheck. That's good. But I found out that they're actually the prices, at least on the stuff I was buying, is pretty good.
Let's see.
99 cents for all this. I'm
Wow.
going to take one of these and
Only 50% of viewers have hit the like button.
lick
Lick it. Lick it.
Mm,
Do it.
okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, the Geekies says I got a
It's
copy
a
of
lot of
Batman.
effort
I know.
to get this is like the calorie burning.
Yeah, that's right.
Before
So yeah.
Oh, and they're dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be good for you.
Wow. And peanut butter is a source of protein, so it's just nothing.
Oh
but
yeah,
whole
nothing
food.
else in it.
The Geekies says I got a copy of Batman 442 the other day. That's the first in costume appearance of Tim Drake. You are exactly right. That is.
Nice.
I believe I have that stashed in there someplace. But
Snacks. The second best part of the show. What do you think the first is?
when it's over,
Oh, no, sir, we haven't left yet. Oh.
okay. So
Uh-oh.
let's,
Rich Studios here. Hey. Those were good.
I know, aren't they? Really 99 cents?
You're going to hook me up with another one?
Well,
Hook me up.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
After
to
all,
shake or
I've got
anything?
99 cents invested in those. I want to kind of stretch that out as long as I can. Yeah, don't hunt. Look, Geek Avenger says, if I'm quiet tonight, I'm trying not to hunch forward and type. If I laugh, it helps heal, but it also kind of hurts.
Been there. Hey, Joseph Dredd. Hello to you.
And I think Paul Brillart, our
Oh, where?
resident engineer, is in here because someone referred to him earlier, although I didn't see his name, but he must be in here. So, Paul,
Oh,
welcome.
number one is the Bigfoot, of course.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, Bigfoot's is number 1, and Snack Time is number 2. Leg Kick for $2 says, eat another chocolate, Aaron. Laugh. Oh, are you making fun of me for eating on camera? That's what we do here. You should know that, Leg Kick.
No, we're not supposed to. But,
You got 99 cents, but the issues ain't one. You got
99 problems.
You got 99 cents, but the issues
He
ain't
doesn't know the
one.
song.
Oh, I don't?
No.
Oh, you know the song, though.
Of course you do.
I'm
hip.
Marv Ellis says Shelley Rogers Lopresti, Showtime, and her husband who draws cartoons.
That's what I use on Facebook.
I think you're a little bit confused. Let me help straighten out your mind. Maybe.
Like, how does he know that? Well, when we first started, I remember I asked you once if I could hyphenate. And what did you say?
I said, if you want to, I don't know. I probably said, if you want to stay married to me, no.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty much what I said.
Because, well, we started our married life
Thank you.
in my hometown. So I thought that would be better.
Well, you put Shelley Rogers Lopresti on your Facebook and stuff so people know. So people know who you are. That's totally legit. Okay. But there's no hyphenation going on here. It's a Jay-Z song, says Jeff Dredd. That would explain why I have no clue what he's talking about.
What's her name? Iggy Azalea?
Who are these people you're talking about? They're very strange.
Strange names to me.
Yeah, I don't really understand. So we're going to take a moment now and take a look at the rights and image of the day, which I think this is kind of interesting because I have a before and an after kind of thing, like a first draft and then like second draft. So we can talk a little bit about the changes he made. Now, this is also interesting, Shelley. This is rights and image of the day number 97. You know what happens when we get to 100?
No.
It's a rights and celebration episode.
Oh, I'll make sure to sleep in that day.
Yeah. Okay. That, of course, is from an illustration from the Frankenstein book. And if the one on the left was his first drawing, and then he didn't like it. He said, no, I got to redo it. And for the reasons you pointed out while the clip was running.
Because, I'm good like that.
It was bigger. One of the things was the shed.
Impact.
The Frankenstein monster was too small in the shed. It was supposed to be, again, from Wrightson's words, that Frankenstein monster should have been crammed in there more. So he went and made the shed smaller, made Frankenstein bigger. And as you said, he lifted up his head so you could see the eyeball looking up.
Yep.
It was just a far superior
more
piece.
Impactful piece.
Yes, it was just a far superior piece.
What I learned in being married to you for almost 31 years.
All those hours of looking over my shoulder and wondering what
I need a moment. That's a long time. Ooh. In the hot under the collar. Sorry. You're two people.
Sharing bank accounts is stupid. People. You're two people. Are there somebody fighting about bank accounts that has nothing to do with us?
Up.
I don't know. Using a hyphen is similar to having separate bank accounts, and then now they're arguing that you should have separate bank accounts. Sharing bank accounts is stupid. We have separate bank accounts and we have shared bank accounts.
Well, we have our money and I have my money. No, I don't even use that. He's just now figuring that out.
No, I figured it out a long time ago.
Okay, no, I had my account. I kept it when we got married because one of my things was I never wanted to have to ask you for money for to buy your own gift or something. And my mom just drilled that into my head, growing up. So I was like, I am not. Plus, I was already having direct deposit and stuff. So I was like, oh, it's just easier. But then, but your name is on my account though.
Well, yeah. If I were to suddenly die or died under mysterious circumstances, you'd have to have access to.
But I don't even use the debit card from your account.
Vice versa. No, I don't use it from yours either.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of.
Well, I got all these business accounts associated with Cold Crocodile Press, which is my actual real business name. Empire Comics, of course, is a subsidiary of Cold Crocodile Press.
Because you're so big, you have a subsidiary. Yeah.
That's right. And but yeah, we I don't know what the point of any of this was.
Well,
Marv Ellis wants to know, what are your Huskers going to do this year?
Going to make him cry.
No, I know this is just as drinking Kool-Aid, but I'm thinking 8 wins. I think they can do 8 wins this year.
I just don't understand. Well, okay, I understand and I get what's happening with the conferences and stuff. I just think it's really sad.
Tradition's going down.
Tradition, yes. I mean, like, maybe too is because I was it was Pac-10 back then, but I was a Pac-10 athlete, and that whole, like, I don't know, it's just the history of it. And then, yeah, I mean, I can remember, you know, playing UCLA and USC. USC put us in like a junior high gym. It was horrible.
USC did not have good. I went there.
But UCLA, they had a great facility. That's when I actually got hurt. Playing against UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, it was just, it's kind of ruined. And again, all for the mighty dollar, which if we were in that position, who knows? But anyway, I just hope between Damian Lillard leaving the Blazers and the Husker football, we need something positive this year.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, yeah.
There's the truth right there, and it's funneling our money through the shell companies. It's
well, what's the theory that the woke have, that we're just all funding each other's?
You know, just circulating the same dollar around everybody to make us look.
I don't know. We haven't given our money to somebody else.
Now, Christina Lynn is being controversial. This may cost her some work. She better be careful. I like the first drawing more when he's surrounded by all that empty space in the shed. It makes him look more lonely.
Ooh, good
I do
point.
get that, and isolated, but he felt it was an inaccurate depiction of what was described in the book, so therefore he went back and redid it. So there you go.
Well, so is the Big 10 the Big 12? Is that you just moved it? Yeah. Well, they were going to have to change it because
Big
they're
10
going to
is like
think they have bad
8.
math.
I think they're the Big 18 now.
The big infinity symbol, the big dollar sign. That's what they should put. That should be the conference.
Aaron is so rich he can funnel money. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Break it down into some pennies. We're good to go.
Now we got all the money laundering stuff going on here. But Shelley, let's get this show back on track.
Wait, we just need a moment.
Whoa, who said that?
Go Ducks. Oh.
This is an Oregon State family. This is an Oregon State family. Sorry.
Have you not seen my poem? I think you better go online and find my poem about the beeves.
All right.
Yeah. But no, I went, well, you went there for a year.
I went there for a year and got kicked out because my grades were bad.
And then I went there for 3 years after I transferred.
And graduated.
I did. And then our son went there for 5 because of the engineering program.
And
graduated.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of money, although.
Yeah.
We
support the beeves.
Oh, Repairman Jack.
Must be an Iowa fan.
Oh, Geekies. He's born in Eugene, so go Ducks. Aaron's best friend just converted an ambulance to the Quackulance or something.
Yeah, it's an Oregon State.
It's Ducks.
I'm sorry, Ducks. Yeah, it's Ducks.
And
a Duckmobile. It's pretty amazing.
If we had
actually.
known this, I'm not sure he would have been best man at our wedding. Yeah, that's how strongly we feel about this.
Roll Tide. Look at that. Christina Lynn, she's a Bama girl.
Well, and then I got my master's degree from Portland State, but
well, you know,
I wouldn't go down there now for nothing.
No.
Well,
unless you're going to be homeless.
Well, now that I carry, I could probably go down there, but that'd be a bad news story.
All right, Shelley.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Bring it. We could do a whole show just on that. But not tonight.
As I mentioned earlier, I went to a movie Friday night at midnight.
And I was amazed. You know, I was thinking, does he not remember we're old?
I stayed awake the whole time.
Did Daryl? I didn't think Daryl would make it. I thought he was going to call and go, I got a migraine. Because Daryl's our friend that also gets a lot of migraines. We were laughing too hard at the ridiculousness of this film. But you've got Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, your favorites.
Know. But here's what I realized.
Who's the one that said, Buldy's clean?
That was Bela Lugosi.
I know. You keep telling me that.
He wasn't in it.
I noticed that.
John Carradine played Dracula in this, not Bela.
Carradine.
Yeah.
Is it
father of all the
of-
Carradine brothers.
Wow, look at me
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. This movie sucks. And as a kid, I remember thinking this was great because it had all the monsters in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This movie sucks.
There's just no other way to put it. Okay, rate it. Percentage.
Okay, if I was doing
Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes, I would give this 19% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
It may be one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
But
And
they're
here's
all
the thing.
together. It had such potential.
Here's the thing. Let me take you through this.
Were they like, did they have a secret clubhouse and a handshake or anything? Well, look, they're all together. They have to hide. The House of Frankenstein.
Let me say this.
Frankenstein.
I will say this. Karloff didn't play Frankenstein. He played the Mad Doctor in this. He played basically the Dr. Frankenstein, although he's not Dr. Frankenstein. He's Dr. Nielander or something weird like that. Anyway, he's a one who studied Dr. Frankenstein's methods and is in jail for killing a guy, taking his brain and putting it into a dog. So he's in prison for that, where he meets the hunchback, who's like his next door neighbor and the cellmate. Now, the castle gets struck, or the jail gets struck by lightning and falls apart, and they're able to escape. So apparently not
Lucky
a very
them.
well constructed prison.
So lucky.
They come across a traveling circus or sideshow. It's more this
And
is
they're
sideshow.
like, oh, our people. We found our people.
Yeah, and they have apparently
Wait,
Dracula's
Spoiler
bones.
alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert before that.
Vera Kusaki says for $2. Thank you so much for that. Go Longhorns. That would be
This.
Texas.
And
I
then
used
we
to-
do this, go Lopes, because our daughter goes to GCU.
Yeah, I used to hate Texas, but now that we're not in the same
I think you should
conference,
go to that game.
I'm
My brother has tickets to
ambivalent.
Lubbock, where the Ducks and
I'm
the.
not going to play money to go watch
And
the
I think you
Ducks
should
play.
wear your beaver gear
Nope,
to that
I'm not
game.
doing it. I'm saving my money in case Nebraska gets to a bowl game, and then maybe I can go to a bowl game this year. And how long ago that's been.
And I know.
But anyway, so
Oh, I like this.
so he says, Boris Karloff says,
Love those.
Boris Karloff says to the guy who runs the sideshow,
Sorry, I have an
the
itch.
freak show thing, he says, "Are you going to this town or whatever?" And he goes, "No." And he goes, "Well, then we're going without you." And he's like, "What?" And then the hunchback kills him. I'm like,
Oh,
maybe give the guy another chance. Say, "You sure you don't want to take us there?"
right.
But anyways, he
Only asked
kills him
once,
and-
maybe he didn't
and-
hear you correctly.
That's right. And he steals their two wagon traveling show.
Uh-huh.
And basically,
Big one.
and basically he wants to get revenge on the people that jailed him. Right.
Mm.
So here we go.
You're gonna play something?
No.
Oh, usually
because
when you say "here we go," it's like, oh,
I'm just going to
gosh.
show you pictures of stuff that happened in the
Oh,
movie.
maybe. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I even amaze myself at my stupidity.
Okay. So there's Boris Karloff, fresh out of jail.
Was there like a?
Yeah.
I'm visualizing this other movie. Like there had only been one black and white. That's why I'm like, I amaze myself at my own stupidity sometimes.
This is the only black and white movie ever made.
That's
right?
why it looks familiar.
Yeah. So this is right when he tells the guy, "I guess we're going by ourselves," and then Daniel, the hunchback,
It's
strangles him.
mesmerizing. Going
Yeah. No, the hands come at you like this,
Oh,
and then he
really slowly,
strangles the guy.
and then you go, no.
Yeah,
no.
he's like, no. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what happened.
Yes,
You've seen
master.
it.
Yeah,
You-
I've seen it.
So anyway, well,
Nice.
so oops.
Oops, there.
So then he
Hi,
why won't that open up?
Ange.
There we go. Okay. So he does a little
My girl.
he does the sideshow thing. You know, they set up shop like Boris Karloff, like he's now the guy running the sideshow, and takes on his
Oh.
identity. And the
Guy has
guy
enormous
that
nostrils.
prosecuted him, and probably persecuted him too,
Yeah.
to put him in jail, comes to the sideshow, and they're like, "You look familiar," and he's like, "Oh, I'm so
I've seen you in a black and white film.
Yeah, I've
This is
seen
the only
you
one.
before. And so then after the show's over, he pulls the stake out of Dracula's heart, and it's just like bones in this coffin, and he reforms as Dracula, and he says, "Hey, do me a favor, I'll be your servant." And Dracula's like, "Okay." And so he says, "Go kill this dude that pissed me off." And so he goes and kills the dude that pisses him off. He brings the cops
I get
back
that.
after him. They're chasing Dracula, right?
Yeah.
And
Why doesn't he fly away? Can he be a bat?
yeah. but he was on a carriage because he kidnapped some dude's wife, which was totally arbitrary to the plot, by the way.
Wow.
And so he's got her mesmerized in the back of this carriage, and they're trying to catch up with Boris Karloff.
The horse?
Yeah,
Doing the horses?
he's doing the, come on, let's go. So they don't want to get caught by the cops. So they throw the coffin out, and then he doesn't make it back to the coffin before the sun comes up, and Dracula's dead, like within 20 minutes of the film.
The end.
Yeah. And do the people that thought, oh my gosh, Boris Karloff sure looked familiar. I wonder if he's that mad scientist we put in jail 10 years ago. No, they just go back home and say, we'll just let him go.
He's never unique.
We'll just let him go.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh, made myself cry a little bit there. That was funny.
So anyway,
so let's go. Oh, hey, Dan is here.
Which
Genovese,
Dan, the pizza man, Genovese is here. Yep. Excellent.
I'm taking over.
Well, I gotta bring up the next thing.
Okay, hold on.
As I rip on this movie.
Here. Hi, Ange.
Angela Kirby.
Mm-hmm. Because Dan said he's late.
That's right. I'm just ripping on.
And then let's see, lots of highs.
This is apparently an intermission in the film.
With only 5 minutes left, and I can't make the rest of it. Are you done complaining?
I'm only beginning. Okay.
Oh, no.
So
I might need a snack.
So they go to Frankenstein Town.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, well,
Population
and where the monster was created. And,
okay.
And because he's looking for Boris Karloff's looking for the notes that Dr. Frankenstein left.
Frankenstein.
So he can kind of fill in the blanks and, do his own mad scientist stuff.
Gotcha.
So
that's fancy garb for the hunch guy.
Yeah, well, what happened was they stole the circus guy's outfits, right? So now he's like a circus dude.
Looks like he's in a marching band.
He is. And
sorry, marching band people, I didn't mean anything by that.
So what no one realized was that in Frankensteinville, that underneath Frankenstein's castle is this incredibly huge glacier. Apparently,
and they didn't go, oh man, it's hard to keep this place heated.
Yeah,
I don't know
no
what's
one's like
up.
freezing. The vegetables are growing, but for some reason, there's this incredible glacier underneath where he finds both the Frankenstein monster and the Wolfman, frozen in ice. Now he melts them out, and Lon Chaney Jr., the werewolf, the Wolfman.
Did they shock him back to?
No, he just woke up. No, he just woke up, and his clothes were dry, and he was ready to go. And he said, he goes, I can cure you of your werewolfism if you help me find Dr. Frankenstein's notebook. And he goes, I know where it is, because why wouldn't the Wolfman know where Dr. Frankenstein kept his book?
See, he's just saying that. He's lying.
No, he did. He found the book.
He did?
Yeah, and it said How I Did It by Frankenstein on the cover.
What wasn't that in Young Frankenstein? Oh, it
did say something similar to that, so it wasn't much better.
Okay, gotcha.
So anyway, they save a gypsy girl. The hunchback falls in love with a gypsy girl, but then of course
always those gypsy girls.
But that gypsy girl, of course, falls in love with the Wolfman.
She likes those hairy guys.
That's right. So
me too.
And of course, she has to shoot him with a silver bullet to save him. Because Boris Karloff, he's more concerned
That's
with.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think maybe I've seen part of this.
Oh, I thought you were thinking that's what you're going to do to me.
No.
See, this would be me, and this is Shelley waiting for me.
When I had a waist. That's how you can tell it's not now.
So anyway, he promises the Wolfman and that he's going to take his brain and put it in somebody else's body. And it's just like all this talk of brain transference.
He needs a pedicure badly.
But no one's going for it. There's no brains being transplanted. There's just all threat of brains being transplanted. He's going to take the
what a letdown. See,
I know.
They could have ended the movie with that, and then all woke up as the different people in the different bodies.
Yeah.
And then it was like a Freaky Friday thing.
Yeah.
And then and then ended it. Yeah.
But
and they
unfortunately, that's not what happened.
On the carriage with their horses.
Yeah, and they were doing this.
Yeah.
No, that's what unfortunately that didn't happen. No one got a brain transplant, even though he was promising them
there's a lot of people that
free
need
candy.
brain transplants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boris Karloff was promising brain transplants to just about everybody, and no one got one. So the gypsy girl, because she loves Lon Chaney, because she fell in love with him over about a week period of time.
What happens?
It does, and especially a guy that is going to turn into a werewolf every full moon. That's an attractive quality.
This is our honeymoon.
I think your Twitter will come back at 5 p.m.
Oh no!
This is a photo of Aaron and Shelley's honeymoon.
Bum.
Boom. that was You Scared Jody. He's back in the house. Thanks for joining us. So she ends up killing him, but he ends up killing her, and they both die.
The end.
I know, it's very sad. Spoiler.
Is that like a Romeo and Juliet kind of a thing?
Kind of, but not really.
Oh.
Okay.
Look at how tender they're looking into each other's eyes.
Now, see, for some reason, which is unexplained, Boris Karloff is really only obsessed with bringing the Frankenstein monster back to life. He doesn't care about the Wolfman, doesn't care about the Hunchback, who's killed many people for him. You'd think he would help the Hunchback.
That's not
They're
nice.
buddies, but no. He inexplicably only is interested in bringing Frankenstein back to life, but we don't know why.
Look how they're looking at each
but
other.
He is, I know. Now,
It's
here's the
very
important
sweet.
thing. I know.
Okay.
This is a very important thing. Glenn Strange.
Who's that?
That's the guy playing Frankenstein. He was
Okay.
he played in a lot of Westerns.
Okay.
Big guy, like 6'4", 6'6", huge guy.
Yeah.
And so he was the new Frankenstein. And oftentimes you'll see on monster books, about monster movies, they'll use Glenn Strange's likeness instead of Karloff's, which always ticks me off. But this was the first movie that Glenn Strange appeared as Frankenstein. He was only in it for like 5 minutes, right?
Is he tall?
Yeah, huge. I said he was 6'6".
Oh, you just
6'4",
sorry.
6'6",
I
something like
was noticing that Sammy's AirPods were.
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I can't look and read and hear apparently.
Show's over, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So anyway, so the Frankenstein monster kills the Hunchback, and then because the Hunchback tries to kill Boris Karloff because he's like, dude, you're going to put me in a new body. And he's like, yeah, get out of here. I'm working on the monster. And then the monster drags Boris Karloff into the swamp, and they both go into the quicksand.
Is this the same movie still?
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, none of these, they never effectively used any of the monsters except for just like, I mean, the only reason the Wolfman was in there was to find the diary of Frankenstein, which I think he probably could have found if he kept looking anyway.
He's confused.
I'll tell you why I'm talking about it. Because I stayed up till midnight to watch this, and I remember this.
That's
I loved
when it
this as a
started.
kid. Yeah. And it sucked. And it made me think, why in the world would you put a movie together and not at least try?
Oh, that's right. You were saying just give me like 5 minutes of effort or something. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I said this to Daryl, the guy I went and saw the movie with. I said,
Daryl.
1949, when this movie was made, was really not any different than Hollywood today. Like Spider-Man 3. How many villains can we shove in this movie for a cash grab? But at least in Spider-Man 3, they made an effort to kind of make it a movie. This was garbage. And I could have rewritten it in 30 minutes and given it a better film. So thankfully...
Oh, sounds good. I got to see it now.
It was less than an hour and a half long, and I was bored. Okay? It seemed like...
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So anyway. So there you go. Don't go see this movie with any expectation. If you liked it as a child,
Well, and we have this
maybe you
older
shouldn't revisit
theater here, and luckily they got new seats,
they did.
which is nice.
They
I'm glad to
revamped
hear-
the whole thing.
But it's kind of like
Midnight
that's what they
showing.
do. Yeah. And again, it's a theater that's not one of those huge megaplexes. And again, I like that stuff. I like when we used to go to the one over in, was it Southeast?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
Over off Hawthorne,
and we get what was like
Green Rivers and Sarsaparilla, Cherry Cokes,
and
Cherry
you'd
Cokes.
see.
We went to a Star Trek marathon there, and my
Mhm.
dad fell asleep.
That was I also took I think it was a 3D Beauty and the Beast. And I took my
yeah.
mom and your mom.
Yeah, that's right.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
we still have to go over there and yeah.
Good
But
old days.
not anymore.
No, but they revamped this theater, so hooray! But this was particularly bad for staying up to midnight just to start the beginning of the show and getting to bed at 2 a.m. I was like,
Well, because at our age, man, we pay for it for a couple days.
that's true. I'm
Like
still
I was
paying
up
for
all
it.
night, and I will feel
See, I'm all grumpy
like
about it. It's
this
changed
for
my
days.
life for negative. I'm just
Well, that's what they're like. Are you done venting?
And I'm not
Are you-
done.
you're
I'm
not
not
done?
done.
You're not
I
over
will
it
say
yet?
this though. I will say this.
Okay.
That
say
this
it.
was also the first movie where the Wolfman was actually referred to as the Wolfman.
What was he referred to before? Wolf Boy?
No, like he was a werewolf or
Oh.
but they never called him like by name. Oh my gosh, look, it's the Wolfman. And this one they referred to him as the Wolfman. So
Gotcha.
now there are a couple of firsts in this movie, like I
Yeah.
said, that kind of make it sort of significant in a sort of Trivial Pursuit kind of way. But
just
in terms
in
of
case it ever comes up.
in case
Okay.
of, but for entertainment value, probably not something you might want to. Now, I did have a box of Raisinets, so that
So it
did
wasn't
help.
a complete loss.
And I will say this: the movie started a little late. Didn't start till like 10 after because people were coming in late.
Drunk. Uh-huh.
And so,
Sorry.
so they were showing Devo videos
Nice.
from like early
Did you get
80s.
up?
They were freaking horrible. They were worse than the movie. So I think they did that to make the movie seem better.
That's funny. But remember when those were out, we would have been like,
Well, they had Whip It Good was the last one they played. It was like all these other weird songs I've never heard of. And just Devo, come on.
I would have been up dancing.
Come on. Geek Avenger says, is that old people candy? I think Raisinets is every people
Watch
candy.
yourself. Watch yourself.
Everybody
You're
loves
mending.
Raisinets. Everybody loves Raisinets. Yeah. Geek Easy says, we are not me. Use your freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. Use your...
You knew it was bad. But I think, sometimes you just got to have an adventure.
I thought it might be funner than it was. More fun?
Funner.
I'm just saying it was
I
ploddingly...
so much more funner.
It was ploddingly slow and made no sense. But other than that, it was brilliant.
So that's our review.
There you go.
Of House of Frankenstein.
Yeah. Big thumbs down for us. But I will say, if you have a chance to see Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, even Son of Frankenstein, which Young Frankenstein was based largely on Son of Frankenstein. I highly recommend those films. So,
yeah.
There you go. I got friends who think raisins are gross. They say, why would you destroy a perfectly good grape? But I go either way. I'm like grape and raisin. I like them both.
You're easy to please, apparently.
I am. Well, in some regards. Sounds like World of Conan says, sounds like you got scammed. Ooh, I might be doing some work for Conan too.
Yes.
Should have said that. Let's see. Every time I watch a bad movie, here we go. Every time I watch a bad movie, I pretend the cast of Napoleon Dynamite is in the roles instead makes it better.
That is so funny.
The first time we watched Napoleon Dynamite, we were like, we didn't get it at all. We were like, why is there, what did we just watch? And then we kept watching it and it got funnier and funnier and funnier. Now we love it.
We're pretty bright.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're smart people. We're not
Thank
very
you. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. That's what I meant to hit.
Yeah.
Raisinets for the best. Thank you.
Ooh, hi,
Now,
Creative Faye.
she's on my side most of the time, though. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the support, Creative
Hey,
Faye.
Eric's into house.
Wait a minute.
Is it? What?
Wait.
What?
Are you coming on my show?
Cannonball.
You
At least you're getting called something. Last couple days on Twitter, boy, I am so popular.
What? I liked House of Frankenstein better than Bride of Frankenstein. The Bride was only in the last 5 minutes. That Bride. What? What is going on?
What is happening?
I don't even.
Just another one.
What
are you doing?
I don't know. I'm so flustered.
Aaron is more of a goober than a raisinette.
I can't.
Those aren't bad either.
I can't. I don't believe I said that. I just said I didn't get it. I didn't get it. But look at how can you say that? Look at how can you say that House of Frankenstein is better than Bride of Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Let's just take a look at this.
Drink. Good.
You're not going to find that
No.
in House of Frankenstein.
No.
What about this?
Is that compelling?
What if you're
acting?
hungry? What if you're hungry?
Brad.
Exactly.
some
You don't see that in House of Frankenstein.
No.
Nobody, I don't think anybody eats in that movie. No one drinks, no one smokes, no one eats.
Dang.
How do they even make it to the end of the movie?
I was to say they've been really hungry by the end.
Yes. An interesting thing though, Boris Karloff is 5'11", and he looked really tall in this movie. But if you look at him when he's like really old in the 60s, like 80 something, he looks like he's like 5'4" or something. So he must have shrunk quite a bit because he actually looked kind of tall and lean in this movie.
I
It
saw a movie
confused
this
me.
week.
Did you?
I did.
And it was?
Maverick. Top Gun one. Remember?
Yeah, but you didn't like it that much.
I was like, okay, it was so predictable, but I mean, it was still entertaining, just not like, the first one was just mind blowing entertainment and testosterone, and it was delicious.
Everyone's turning on Aaron. Be careful. Be careful. I make a
Is it
formidable
hurting your feelers?
opponent.
No.
That's what Spock
Well, I just
said.
don't watch a lot of movies because usually I'll end up falling asleep, or I get kind of bored and
You
then
watch
I
a lot
go
of
do laundry
like
or
Netflix
something.
TV shows and stuff like that.
Yes.
Anybody in a
Just went
costume
through a
drama?
whole
you'll go
season.
and watch.
Oh yes, whole season of Deadliest Catch. I got the Discovery Plus on Prime because I'm going to have a lot of TV time the next few months after surgeries and stuff. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it now and watch. So I did watch. Oh, The House of Hammer.
Not Hammer
Wow.
Films, but Arnie Hammer, the actor.
Wow,
Apparently
you
a
guys got to
weirdo.
watch it. Wow, like he must be so well. He should be embarrassed, but I'm not sure that he is because he likes to tie women up and like yeah.
No, does this not make you feel old?
Oh my gosh, I'm so old. I
When
think
I
our
was in middle
kids
school-
were in middle school then.
No, Josh wasn't quite. He was in grade school. When we
Oh, was
watched it.
he?
Because we just moved back from Florida when we watched that. Because we were staying at
Wow.
my parents' house while we were looking for a home, and we sat up there in the
Oh,
bedroom and watched that. So Christina Lynn was
We
in
are so-
middle school.
you could be our child, Christina.
We were in our 40s when she was in middle
I remember
school.
thinking when I was in middle school, oh my gosh, someday I'll be 40. That's so old.
Yeah, well, we
Nah.
passed that by.
Yeah.
No. You turned on me. I'm simply defending
Okay,
myself.
let's hold on, go to
Let me make everyone angry. Married people should have their own bank accounts. Oatmeal raisin is better than chocolate chip. Griffith
Okay,
did
that
nothing
one-
wrong.
that one. I'm gonna have to disagree with you, but it does. I think,
I like oatmeal raisin. It's sneaky good. Oatmeal raisin
Yes.
cookies are sneaky good.
but I think I mean, there's some people that I was just raised. Don't you ever depend on some man, you know? Yeah, and what do I do? That's all I do. But
I'm dependable.
But I think that, like, if we need to combine our funds for something, but I never wanted you to have to buy your own presents. I buy like the decorations and stuff for the house, or it's not like it was a conscious thing. Like,
Yeah, if we
our money
actually,
can't mingle.
well, yeah,
but
if we
there-
actually like buy something for ourselves, like say a really expensive comic book, I don't know
Or
who
something.
would do that. But then I will go, hey, Shelley, I'm thinking about doing this.
Yeah.
And, or she says, Aaron, I'm going to spend blah, blah, blah on this. But if she's just buying, oh, hey, I got this new vegetable cutter, which apparently
I
she
forgot I
ordered and
ordered.
forgot she ordered.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's probably
But
middle of the night.
she-
But yeah, but it's and like I paid for dance, and I mean, but there have been times where I'm like, it's my money.
yeah, it's
but,
more kind of like who's got money in their account right now. I do. Okay, then you pay for that kind of thing.
yeah.
But
But
not like
anyway,
it's-
so
yeah.
but yeah, I think that it's important when you're married to also have your own individuality, and if that is in terms of bank accounts or just hobbies or whatever, I think it's important because after all, you were that person before you got married. It's not like you're going to be not that person
Mhm.
after. How's that? And I mean, we've been doing okay because it's almost 31 years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There's a little bit of this going on sometimes, but in both directions, but
Yeah.
we manage it. So anyway.
anyway, what
oh,
else
wait a
you
minute.
got?
While everyone is taking hard stances in here, Gossamer is greater than Sweetums. Yeah. I love Sweetums.
Yeah.
I do, but Gossamer is
You like red.
Yeah, he's my fave. I got an
He's-
action
I was
figure.
just say he's back there hanging
an
out.
action figure back there of his.
Yeah.
So,
So our daughter wanted one of his blacklight posters,
I wouldn't give it to her.
and she couldn't understand. Like, it's just sitting there. It's just sitting
It's,
there.
it's
Why
my
can't
collection
I
of Black
I
Marvel
know.
posters, and she's not hanging it up on her wall.
put? It's funny.
Milk Duds, I can't stand Milk Duds because
They
they're-
get stuck in your teeth.
they do,
really
and they're
bad.
too gritty. Don't you think they're gritty? Like whatever
They didn't
caramel
mix it up
substance in there is
The
too
malt
gritty.
or whatever.
Kit Kat, I love Kit Kat. Twix, I love Twix. I would probably.
Although we'd eat Milk Duds if there was nothing else. It's not
Sure,
like we're so
somewhat.
opposed to,
It's
But-
not like if someone was torturing me and go, okay, if you don't tell me this information, I'm giving you Milk Duds. I'd go, okay, well, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could. But they would be my least favorite. So
Oh yeah, here's a good one. Randy is couples who transfer. Yeah, I would just give you a check for my part of the mortgage, and I don't know. We've always just Some
Can
people
we
think
do
it's
that?
weird.
No, actually, we were paying the mortgage when we first got a house. It was coming out of your account
Well, at the credit union, but
because
when
it
we
was
lived here,
It was automatic withdrawal.
when I was working full time, I would just give you $1,000.
Well, yeah, because we had income
a
coming from
lot.
2 different places, so it's like
Yeah.
we'd each like contribute
But
to.
too, at the
yeah,
credit
it's the
union,
same
we have
difference.
like our credit line for the house. Can we just tell you all of our financials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dan Genovese says, "I love Kit Kat. I love the taste. I like the taste of Milk Duds, but they're not fun to eat. No, I just that texture, that grittiness in there. I think you guys are drinking energy drinks before the show now.
I need one. I got up. I know you guys be like, no, Shelley, you can't tell. You didn't just wake up. Well, I was up all night, and then I watched church online, and then I took a little nappy, and I got up at 3:15.
Well, speaking of that, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling like you can go for a while, or are you feeling like you got to end it?
I'm okay for now.
Okay, good, because we have stuff
Back
that you
hurts,
we
but
have
I'm good.
stuff that you have to do. But before we do that, we've got to do this
And this.
and that and the other thing. If I can find the little intro
There's
thing.
so many.
Where
What are
is
we
it?
doing? What are we doing?
I don't know. You'll find out in a
Okay.
second. No.
No.
There it is. That
What is
intro,
it?
it needs to be
Longer.
Okay, so we're in the L's now in my comic book collection. No, I'm sorry, we're not. We're in the M's. Take it back.
Oh.
Take it back. So let's take a look
Okay.
at what I've got to show today. It's kind of like show and tell.
Oh my gosh! Did you see the thing at the bottom of this news said "touch up my appearance"?
Oh, well, was it suggesting that?
Is that like? Wouldn't that be great if that was like in your internal software?
It just makes you
like-
look better.
Oh
Make
my
me look
gosh.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me roll over here.
Thanks, leg kick.
All
You
right, Shelley.
sweet Man.
Now I got this book
Yeah.
about. I would venture a guess that perhaps
Perhaps.
20 years ago,
Wow.
at least 15. This is Man Thing number 1. Now look, I only paid $24 for it.
Cool.
And so it was at least 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. This is like a couple $100 book now.
Cool.
But of course, great Frank Bruner cover. I believe Val Mayrick did the interiors on number 1, but I'm not 100% certain. Then we've got this. So this is Marvel Chillers number 1 featuring Mordred the Mystic.
My favorite.
Yeah. Of course, I was a guy who picked up first issues because you never know.
I'm gonna go
This-
get some water.
Okay, this got hot for a while, but then cooled off. Because I guess he was going to appear in something and television show or something and hasn't yet. So you guys might correct me on that. Maybe he has appeared and no one cared. But anyway, so there you go. Marvel Chillers number 1 featuring Mordred the Mystic. Now this is a good one. Of course, all these books are in near mint unless otherwise stated. Marvel Chillers number 3 featuring Tigra, the Werewoman. Now, the interesting thing about this book is this is not the first appearance of Tigra, but it is the first like series within a series kind of thing. So she took over Marvel Chillers for a while and as a solo artist, as a solo character. So that's significant in that regard. The actual first appearance of Tigra was, of course, in Giant-Sized Creatures number 1. Just throw that out there, which I also have. Now this, Marvel Features number 1, Neil Adams cover, featuring the Defenders. This is the first appearance of the Defenders, a very odd team of Doctor Strange, Submariner, and the Hulk. Pretty volatile personalities there to try and manage in a super team, but there you have it. So Neil Adams did the cover, did not do the interiors. I got this at a comic book shop in the Village in New York City, 25 years ago, maybe. I was there trying to get work at Marvel, and I want to say Renee Witterstatter took me to this comic shop in the Village, and Greenwich Village, that is, and I picked this up. So there you go, a little history behind that. Now, this is significant. It's Marvel Feature number 11 because we have the Hulk versus the Thing, and it also is the beginning of the Thing's solo series. But eventually, they would do Marvel 2-in-1, and they would do the Thing as his own series. But this was like the starting of his series, again within a series of Marvel Feature. So this is about a $200 book. So there you go. Now, how about this? Marvel Premiere #1. Black cover. Very difficult to find in high grade. Of course, this is in high grade. It's a 9.0. It's not a 9.2. There's a few little thingies wrong with it, but it is a 9.0. But this is Gil Kane's new. This is the first time that the character called him appeared as Warlock and got accosted. So there it is. This is prior to Starlin going nuts on the series, which started with Warlock #9. But there was a Marvel Premiere series for a few issues of Warlock before he spun off into his own series. Now, you might recognize this. This is Marvel Premiere #15. This is the first appearance of Iron Fist, people. Another near mid book. I got this for $15 at a comic book shelf. I asked the guy, I go, is this a reprint? He's like, no. I'm like, $15. He goes, yes. I go, I'll take it. So there you go. It's worth like $500 or $600 now. Good investment.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one is a shocker. Marvel Premiere 28 featuring the Legion of Monsters. So Morbius the Living Vampire, Werewolf by Night, the Man-Thing, and then of course Ghost Rider team up to become a super team of monsters. How do you control this gang of killers? But as far as I know, this was the only issue of this. This book is worth like 300 some bucks. Everybody loves a good monster team up, apparently. So anyway, first appearance of the Legion of Monsters. It was also in a Marvel magazine. It appeared. It was Legion of Monsters #1, but it was black and white magazine. This first appearance of Werewolf by Night, Marvel Spotlight, right there, #2. Got this. This is in VF condition, not a near mint book, sadly. But what are you going to do, Shelley? They can't all be perfect.
I don't know.
But there you go. And this is a Mike Ploog story, Neil Adams cover. First appearance of our good friend Werewolf by Night. And now, just to pull a little CGC action out of here, there it is. Marvel Team Up #1, 9.2. I recently got this.
You did recently.
Yeah, when I was in that California show.
Gotcha.
Look at that. Another black cover. Real difficult to pick these up in high grade. So I was glad to get this. Got it at a good price, too. A favorable investment price, I felt. This is a late Sunday night. Show's about to close. Hey, let me make an offer on that book. And the fine young gentleman took it. Says, you paying cash? I said, oh, baby, I'm paying cash. So the money I made at the show went back into this book. So there you go. That's half my M's. Next time we'll go through the other half of the M's.
Next week on Aaron Live.
That's right. More M's. There you go. That's kind of fun, isn't it? I think it's fun.
Awesome.
I
don't know why I said, "Ow, that didn't really hurt." Oh Lord.
She's like,
see, look, touch up my appearance. I
hmm.
want to know what.
We have to experiment on that later. I don't want to. I'm afraid if we do it live on the show, it'll like explode or something.
But that's like, oh, I could use some of that.
Touch up. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the Chin
Let's see
sisters
here
out of
now.
there. And...
Norton Rad says 9.2. That's insane.
That's insane.
It is insane. Squibs is saying that's sweet because it is sweet.
It is.
Isn't it about time for an intervention from Ethan Van Sciver? I don't think so. I do.
A lot of stress. He carries a lot of stress. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. He takes a lot of grief. But I messaged him and said, did they check your neck? Because they said like his arm was numb. He was having chest pain. And I mean, all of these run. And it could be because you guys spend so much time this way as well that it could very well be, you know, a pinched nerve in his neck. That, yeah. So, you know, I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. But yeah, I think but then he's like, oh, I'll be streaming later. It's like, dude, no, chillax for a bit. Chillax. Your kids will need you later on. I mean, he does a really good job though of like balancing. They go to a lot of concerts and having fun. But yeah, I just think it's catching up with him. He needs a vacay.
Yeah. Richie Cyberdupe says, I can't have nice old books like those, I'd probably sweat all over them. That
Are you a big
could be
sweater?
problematic.
I am.
Would be problematic.
Oh, look, my cupping marks.
Oh, that's not a hickey. That's cupping.
Well, this one is, this reverse thing. This one's looking better.
Is that still that one you did like
I don't
a
know.
week
Maybe
ago?
on the side, a little bit. I even did the
That actually
wash off
works.
thing in it. I know.
Yeah, the suction cup things on your back, it works. Marcus Killian sold all of his comics. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. I sold my Spider-Man collection and it pained me, but I did it.
But you paid off your truck.
I did. So
that was nice.
Yeah. Erin doing a little Dracula role playing. I'm innocent. That's suction cup marks. I swear it.
No, I actually I bought some silicone ones, but they were really hard on my hands so then I got some that has a pumpy thing. And so I could do it on myself. And the smaller the cups, the more hickey-ish it is. But yeah, I'd put one right here if it would help my headaches and stuff. So yeah.
Jake Blue says my problem is wanting to read all the books I buy. That's why I buy the essentials and the reprints for the ones I really want to read. Or you can just buy crappy copies and put them in the old spinner rack. Which is just off screen. Geek Avenger for $5. Thank you so much. It would be cooler if it was a hickey, Aaron, you sly dog.
You'd have to be like that salt sucker on
Star Trek
because they're perfectly round.
Suction
But I have a picture of the last time I worked on your back. Shall we see? And then I also do fascia release, scraping the A-stem on him. I'm learning when they do it on me, and it did help your back, didn't it?
Oh, for crying out loud. Geek Avenger for $2. Excuse me while I whip this man thing out.
Got back on the meds, silly man.
Joseph Dredd, of course, knowing the salt vampire, that was from the very first episode of Star Trek, although it wasn't the first episode they filmed. That's not me. Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, stop showing. So it looks like the Blob or something, like some sort of horror movie. Like we found his body like
on
this,
your shoulder a little bit. So yeah, saving him some cashola from the chiropractor therapy.
It actually does work. Now that you've embarrassed me, but that's okay.
Why is everybody has a back?
I know, but no one wants to see mine. Okay, you know what, Shelley? Despite you showing a picture without my authorization, I'm not kicking off the show.
Oh, my bad.
Instead, we're going to
nipple therapy.
Nipple therapy. There it is. Is that a cult? Attack of the Giant Leeches. See, there goes.
But it does work because when you do the A-stem and you're pushing the layers together, then when you cup it, pulls them apart so you get some good blood flow.
See what's happening. See what you've done.
There's good videos on YouTube about it.
Oh,
you know what I'm really
average
enjoying
2 cents
watching?
Is here.
Hey, girl, I really like watching these like school bus conversions to little mini homes. I just watch the weirdest stuff. It's weird. You guys watch those? I like the mini school bus ones the bestest, I think. Anyway,
was Aaron getting milked? See what you've done to me? Oh my gosh. The cult of the cup. Oh my goodness.
The House of Frankenstein's cups.
Okay. All right. Now that you just kind of let the air out of the show for me.
Oh, sorry.
But here we go. Let's take a look at this.
Touch up my appearance. Oh my gosh. Filters.
We're gonna go back and look at my man thing. No, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some artwork, Shelley. Oh, I forgot to run the intro. Oh, how unprofessional of me. I'm flustered from you showing naked pictures of me on the internet.
Oh, my gosh, Aaron.
Let me move the expensive comic books out of the way and show you the inexpensive artwork.
Hi, baby dog.
I was going through and I found some old What the pages.
What the?
And some early work.
You put a new paper? Oh, over the other one?
Yeah. Okay, so this is a very early job. This is from the Impossible Man summer special. And there's Dr. Doom's castle. And there's the
Oh, look at the penguin. Is that a penguin?
That's the Impossible Man. He's a green penguin. He's going
Oh.
to mess with our good friend Dr. Doom.
Was this before my time?
Yes.
Because I don't remember
Yes.
that one.
So this was a splash page, but I penciled and inked. And as you can see, the reason I bring this up is my inking is very, very heavy-handed and clunky. So I had not really. This page looks okay, but you can see it a little bit on the
But
castle.
refined as much.
Yeah,
as
it's
you
very
can.
heavy-handed, a little bit clunky, I must say. And we will see that here on this was a
Forbish Man.
this is Forbish PI, where I did a detective story with Forbish Man. So it wasn't so much my drawing at this point in my career that was problematic, even though it was. My inking was. I mean, if you look at the feather lines and stuff, really.
Well, but you
in
should
need of-
always try to improve,
Well, of
you know,
course.
so that's
It
good.
was after I met Gary Martin, and he sort of like
Mm.
helped me, kind of told me, showed me how to do feathering correctly and how to better control my line weights. You can see how thick and heavy these line weights are.
Mhm.
There's no real subtlety in anything I'm doing here, but still, it was another sticky, hot, dirty, stinking summer day in Manhattan, and I was sweating like a fat hog. As usual, I was reading the financial
Harsh.
page and waiting for Ramon to call and tell me my poodle was done. See, this is the kind of humor that I had, and quite frankly,
That
still have.
one, I don't remember either.
this was before your time as well.
Mm.
Okay, now I wanted to get out of this humor mode and try and establish myself as this potential superhero
Oh,
artist.
that's funny.
So I did What If Forbish Man Were a Real Superhero? Of course, this is in
And you wrote that one too, right?
Yeah. Story and art, Aaron Lopresti. There I am. Doodly-doodly-doo.
Doodly-doo.
With the lettering on the board. But again, you can see the inking still has this big kind of thick, heavy-handed,
Mm. Yeah.
no subtlety, no nuance. But I was
Timmy
young,
Mello says,
trying to figure it out.
Watcher.
Yeah, so this was like I actually think was this in What If? No, it was in What The, number 23, but it was a What If story in What The, because it was still humorous.
Mm.
Look at this
Gotcha.
ridiculous, verbose. Look how much dialogue. Somebody should have edited me. But anyway, here we go. This is issue 20 that actually came out before the other one. This is
Those pinky toes are ginormous.
it's bent over.
Yeah.
This is the Infinity Wart saga, based loosely on the Infinity Gauntlet. So anyway, but again, you can still see that there was this evolution that needed to occur, and basically did when I started working with Gary Martin on Sludge, and sort of figured out at that point how to sort of kind of ink
But
myself.
I think it's really generous of you to show this to you, because I know how much you
Despise
wish you
this.
could bury them.
Yeah.
But it does show that, like, with all things, you refine, you get better.
This was me making fun of Rob Liefeld.
There's no
Which-
feet.
Well, he was drawing X-Force and I was kind of we did an X-Force parody. See, it says Explosion. And that's Cable and Domino and Shatterstar and Cannonball, and I can't believe I remember Boom Boom, or not Boom Boom. Who is that? She explodes too. And then Wolfsbane, whatever her name is, and the so I was, but the whole riff was because they had left to do Image at this point, and so we were kind of like, Marvel was like, hey, let's make fun of these guys, and so I did. Made fun of someone more successful than myself for a paycheck.
Well, you've got to do what you got to do.
So I was trying to ape that inking style, which of course I didn't do very well, but there it is.
But yeah, I'm
So
just
there's some stuff from the old days.
Very cool.
Me doing What The. So
very good.
Don't say I never share my embarrassing moments with you guys. So let me go back here. Oh, it's us again.
Hi.
All right, I gotta. This show is so big, Shelley. I've got to.
Large.
I gotta keep track of
Okay,
what's going
so
on.
let's check in with the chat for a little bit.
Let's do it. This is Shelley's favorite part of the show.
Me too.
Oh,
leg kick for $2.
thank you, Lake. What was that? Was what the from Hoboken?
Hoboken. Ooh, I'm dying again.
Well, actually, we have a clip for that.
I know. I was just gonna go there.
Oh, okay.
Do.
There it is.
Hoboken. Oh, I'm dying again.
See, we're just like, it's almost like we had that planned.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Hold on. That's Mr. Yes, I've had nerve ablations done probably 7 times. I'm gonna ask him to do them on my neck again here pretty soon. But yeah, I think I've done everything.
Yeah, there's very little she hasn't tried.
Except I was gonna have the nerve stem implant put in my neck last summer, but I decided to get breast cancer instead. Okay. There was a couple other things that were
Enrico Wellborn says, "Love you all. Your art is top tier. Generally one of my favorite in the U.S. comic book industry. Thank you for high quality art and illustration, Mr. Lopez." Thank you.
That's very nice.
That's very
Thank
nice,
you
Enrico.
so much.
I appreciate that very much.
What else? We talked about the weather. That's what we're gonna have this week.
Oh, we're gonna have over 100-degree temperatures for 3 days.
We're getting these texts, like these red flag warnings, like it's never been over 100 here before. We did that summer with no AC. Oh,
That's true. With ice bags. We were doing Aaron cons, and you were coming by and just dropping ice bags down the back of my shirt and moving.
It was like it was over 110.
Yeah, we had no AC.
No AC for that whole summer.
Yep.
But we own a lot of fans now, which is coming in handy.
World of Conan. So Aaron, are you saying Joe Frankenstein sucks? What? No.
No, just the House of Frankenstein.
Just the House of Frankenstein. I love the other Ghost of Frankenstein, not great. And Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, not great either. But the first 3 Frankenstein movies.
Yeah. Do that again.
There you have it.
There. All right. So what's up?
Let's see. We see your embarrassing moments on Graybirds all the time, and it's true.
Yeah.
I embarrass myself constantly. That's the beauty of the internet. Oh, you know what, Shelley?
I think. Jim bought 2 fans yesterday. I believe we bought a total of 9 fans that
summer. Yeah, we've got them just piled up.
Everybody had. I would just carry it from room to room.
Yep.
And just sit right in front of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We have a segment now that we do on the show. That,
we do?
That usually is just all about me. It's my top 5, but I think you can get involved in this.
Ooh, awesome.
So we're going to do our top 5 for this week, and here it is.
Seconds. That's how I remember how to
spell
spell
it.
it.
So it's not deserts, it's desserts.
2 S's because you always want 2 desserts. There we go.
Modoc.
We just saying random characters.
People coming after me.
Okay.
Let's see.
Your English is fine.
After Aaron's cupped up, not even Graham can face him. It's true. It's true. And the back's feeling good. Look out.
Oh, I'm good. That's good.
Does that mean David took a wrong turn at Albuquerque? We've got all kinds of jokes going on, Bugs Bunny jokes, and
you guys are all with it.
Okay, here we go. All righty.
Favorite desserts, not Milk Duds. We know that's not making the top 5.
Well, when you start thinking about it, you think top 5 desserts, it's going to take a lot of work to narrow it down, but it really wasn't that hard because there's not a ton of dessert options.
So what were your criteria? Like something that you would order no matter what?
Well, it all comes down to, I placed them in order of if you could have anything on the menu as a dessert, what would you order?
Gotcha.
And so it wasn't that hard to pick the top 5. Putting them in order, a little bit more difficult. But I don't know, maybe some of these will be a surprise. We shall see.
Okay.
As we take a look at number. Now, this would probably be higher on the list for a lot of people.
Except?
But not for me.
Because?
Well, here's the thing with ice cream.
Love it.
I'm not just, it has to be like multi-flavored. Like, triple chocolate brownie, or you know what I mean?
Mudslide.
Yeah,
Ooh,
something
that's a
like
good one.
that. If it's just like chocolate ice cream or strawberry ice cream, vanilla, I mean, I
You
can't
can't do
vanilla. Forget it. That's not even a flavor. That's like eating air.
So good.
It's got to at least be chocolate. But even now, chocolate, I'm like a drug addict. It's like, that's not good enough anymore. Chocolate's just not good enough.
Doesn't
I got
satisfy you. You got to keep
That's
up
right.
in it. Gotcha. I was like,
Right.
where's that going?
So, even cookies and cream is too simplistic for me now for ice cream. I need multiple flavors.
Well, especially because you never know how, in our old age, how our bodies are going to react to it. So if you're going to suffer, it better be good.
It better be good. But this is not like, I'm not being so specific that I'm saying chocolate ice cream, or I'm just saying ice cream in general is still at number 5.
Have a personality.
It has to have a lot of personality and a
Gotcha.
lot of exciting flavors, Shelley. Turner Dutch chocolate is the best chocolate ice cream. No, I have not had that.
Apple crumble and custard. Cheesecake's got to be on there.
Yeah. I'll tell you why. Can I do an aside?
It's your show.
You're darn right it is. I didn't put cheesecake on here. You know why? Wait a minute. Because the only cheesecake that I really, really like is my mom's, and Shelley makes it as well.
It's cream cheese pie.
It's called cream cheese pie, and I've never seen it anywhere except in our house.
But it's still a dessert. But not something they would. Okay,
right.
I got you.
So I felt like it's not, but that would be my number 1.
It's really good.
But it's next
I like
level.
to bake.
It's next
A
level.
lot more than I like to cook.
So I will say, with hands down, if you could have anything cheesecake pie that you or my mom made, would be it. But I wouldn't go to a restaurant and I like cheesecake, but it wouldn't be my top 5. It'd be my top 10, but it wouldn't be my top 5. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Oh, I had a key lime cheesecake pie not long ago. Florida had
that
key
bite,
lime
that
all over the
little
place.
sharpness of the Oh.
Okay, so now that caveat's out of the way.
Now I'm thinking dessert, and I got to have me a treat.
Okay, hang on. Number 4. Now this might be a shocker to somebody because you have to like eggs, and I do.
Yeah.
The answer is creme brulee.
I've never made it for you.
My mom used to make that.
Yeah.
She called it creamed caramel, but it was essentially this. And it's basically custard.
Custard, yeah.
Right. And it's got like a sugar topping on there that you brown, right? So it gives it that
I want one
crunchy
of those cooking
crystallized
torches.
Yeah,
that would be
that's
fun.
exactly right. Get a little fruit on there.
It's all fancy.
But I do like custard. I have to admit it. So if I'm at a restaurant, if I'm at a fancy restaurant,
fancy schmancy,
you might catch me ordering creme brulee.
I was thinking of the other flan. Is that the other?
Yeah, that's all kind of the same thing, isn't it? It's all just sort of like an egg custard kind of thing. And so this is if I'm feeling fancy, Shelley.
Oh, that would make my fibro explode.
But yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't make it.
So creme brulee.
Okay.
A surprising number 4.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Now, I will say this. If we were including cheesecake pie as my number 1, which we're not, but if I were, that would scoot everything down, and that means ice cream wouldn't even be in the top 5. Creme brulee would be ahead of ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
telling
gotcha.
you. So number 3.
Number 3.
Now, I'm not a big cake guy.
Yeah.
But I don't recall ever running from cake.
Remember we'd go to Rose's?
Yeah.
Cake. They had this like 7-layer chocolate cake, make your head explode extravaganza.
Well, Cheesecake Factory still has like that super big, like black.
So rich and dense.
This.
Get hungry yet?
Now, you see, this I'm not singling out a particular cake. I'm simply saying cake in general, right? But and this is a little foreshadowing. You put chocolate with a little red berry in there, and now you're cooking.
Now you're cooking.
You're cooking. So I'm going to put cake and all the just a wide variety of cakes you can get. We'll throw that in at number 3.
Okay. Remember that time I was on those cupcake? Well, I don't know what to call it. obsession, I guess.
Where you were making like tons of cupcakes?
Oh my gosh, and piping all the. Well,
You
the
do that,
kids
you
were
sort
having
of-
parties and
You get obsessed with one thing and you go nuts on it for like 2
Yep.
weeks until you're like bedridden and
I
there was
can't-
like
yeah.
500 cupcakes in
Yeah.
the house and you're like, what are we supposed to do with these?
Well, our kids were having parties and
It's
birthday
true.
parties
It's
and
true. Oh, let's see if the chat's blowing up right
Woo!
now. They're just
I like pie.
I like
kick.
pie. I like pie. The show is going to turn me into a diabetic.
Yeah.
There it is.
Cake over pie all day.
This
Yes.
is too soon. Think of Ethan.
Sticky toffee pudding.
Cake
Have
over pie all
not.
day.
I have not had that. I think maybe I should try to make
Which-
that.
which?
Sticky toffee pudding.
Ooh, that sounds so
Yeah.
great. Sticky. I haven't
It's
had
like
it.
a British thing,
Ooh,
isn't it?
was it on the British cooking show?
The Bake Off one.
Hey, look,
Maybe.
there's Henry Thrun. We haven't seen him in a while. Hey, Henry,
Hey.
thanks for joining us. Hey, let me remind everybody, you guys, we got a pretty good audience going right now. If you haven't liked or
Yeah.
subscribed to this channel, please do so. I'd greatly appreciate it.
And if somebody wants to
Um,
drop a link to Blood Hunters, it's going to be closing in the near future.
Well, actually, we're going to get to that in a minute,
Oh,
but I
okay.
do have there's a link in the description of this video for that, but we'll get to that in a sec. But let's continue to
Okay.
watch our blood sugar go through the roof.
Mm,
So cakes are number 3.
okay.
Although I'm not saying that I wouldn't order creme brulee in front of a cake if they didn't have the right kind of
If
cake.
you had if it was moving you.
yeah.
yeah.
All right, number 2.
Okay.
This is solidified. This is unmovable.
Oh, like you can't. This is for sure.
This is not even questionable.
Sure, it's number 2. Yeah. Well, like I'm questioning you, like you don't know.
We call this bread pudding, Shelley.
I've made a lot of it.
Now, this is another egg-heavy dish.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just I like eggs. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
But man, do I love bread pudding.
Remember, I would make cinnamon raisin bread in the bread machine and then make it into bread pudding. Oh, delicioso.
Good.
Good.
Bread.
Yeah.
So yeah, I discovered bread pudding later in life as an adult. We never had any when I was a kid, and I discovered it when you started going to like McMenamins
like-
and tavern places like that.
It's
They
like breakfast
have.
French toast, but fancier.
It's a very rustic. You would expect to find bread pudding either a very high end ritzy restaurant or like kind of a rustic tavern sort of. Oh yeah, we got bread pudding
with a
kind of thing.
when they add alcohol sometimes.
So the origin of bread pudding, Shelley,
Oh yes.
you go back to France back in the old
Ooh.
days. I can't remember
Wait.
which century, but it's kind of probably before the French Revolution. When you had these poor French people, they would take day old bread and then they would make bread pudding as a way to salvage the bread, right?
My grandma did that with day old donuts.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked about that for years. You've never made bread pudding with day old donuts, though.
Because our donuts never get a day old.
True. So anyway, so the poor people this became a thing that the poor people ate, right? To save their day old bread. But then, of course, the rich had to move in and co-opted it. It became a very fancy pants dessert. They stole it from the
Gotcha.
poor people.
Gotcha.
Tragic.
It is.
But anyway, I love my bread pudding, and that would be number 1. May shift a little bit
Yeah.
depending on my mood, but number
But
2
not number 2.
will always be bread pudding.
Okay.
I think it's a safe spot to keep it in.
Okay.
Now here we go. Number 1.
I could have guessed this.
This,
You're so predictable.
well, I am what I am.
So
I am what I
Popeye the
am.
Sailor Man.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
It would be really hard for me to choose a singular pie because I love blackberry pie, as you know,
Mhm.
but I also love cherry pie.
I know.
And a good apple pie,
Oh,
can't complain about
with
that.
vanilla ice
Now,
cream.
if someone were to present you with a peach pie, if you were in Georgia, for example, you wouldn't run away from that.
Oh, I'd eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know else what I'd eat? Strawberry rhumbarb.
I will not eat strawberry rhubarb pie.
I know.
Why do you put rhubarb in strawberry and ruin it?
The tartness, the sweetness. Mhm.
It's like putting a vegetable in your dessert. It's like, okay, I'm going to eat vegetables with my dinner, and then I just want pure sugar and fruit.
Oh, I
For my-
see.
Okay, although rhubarb may indeed be a fruit, I have no freaking
Ooh.
idea.
Everybody's like, good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so but let me qualify this.
Okay.
Fruit pie.
Fruit pie.
I would not take. I like pecan pie. I would eat pecan pie. I would eat key lime pie. In fact, I can't think of a pie I wouldn't eat.
right.
Okay, that's going to get me
Cow
in trouble.
pie.
But I wouldn't eat a cow pie.
Cow pie.
But a baked pie. Let me put it that way. But to be number one, it's got to be a fruit pie, and it would have to be a fruit pie that I like. But peach, strawberry, blackberry, cherry, apple, cherry and blackberry, just fighting for that number one spot.
Mm.
And it just depends.
Yeah.
Now, see, on Thanksgiving, we make tons of pies, even though there's only like 4 of us. So we have the pie variety. I can have cherry and blackberry and apple.
Yeah.
Because sometimes apple is, and is not fruit
Well,
pie.
and I've shared this before. Like every year when I taught geometry, we would have the Lopresti pie extravaganza.
That's right, pie.
Yeah.
Of course,
So
double
we
entendre
do
there.
right. We would do the history of pie. We would do Archimedes' approximation of pie, and then we would eat pie. And Sherry's restaurant actually sponsored us one year. It was really fun.
Thank you very much. Hidden Hand Media. What the heck is rhubarb and why is it in pie? Exactly.
So good.
Geek Easy, you're going to get yourself in trouble with that. Oh, there's some more.
Naughty.
Okay, there's a lot of dirty little boys in the chat.
And if you can, somebody said something else about gluten-free stuff. Yeah, if you can find there's a good 1-to-1 flour mixture that works pretty good for all that.
Richie, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you're not good with wheat anymore, there's not a lot of great options for flour, but try. What'd you just say?
That there's some good mixtures that are 1-to-1.
Oh, okay. I was reading.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Attention. I was going to say millet flour is the closest that you'll get to actual real flour, I think.
We baked with it.
Yes, it's great.
Really? Oh,
millet flour.
Yes.
Because potato flour is too gummy and starchy.
That's why I said a lot of times a
is
mixture of
gross.
them, and then you add some xanthan but anyway,
But
our son was gluten-free for the first 12 years of his life. So I got really good at baking that stuff.
I almost never will combine pie and ice cream. Why would you ruin fruit pie by putting
I don't
ice
like
cream
it when
in
my foods touch. I mean, I do more as an adult, but when I was little, I was like, oh, I couldn't eat it if they were touching. So
yeah, when I bread stuff now, I mix millet flour with corn flour, and it makes a really nice breading. And it's lighter. It's lighter than wheat flour, so you don't feel as if you're like doing like fish and chips, or if you're making it yourself, right? Even if you're deep frying with millet flour, it's gonna be much lighter and not feel as weighty in your gut. So I highly recommend it. And we used to get millet flour bread. What was the name of that?
DeLand Bakery in Florida.
Yeah, DeLand. Look them up online. DeLand Bakery in Florida.
They would FedEx us a bunch of stuff when we lived.
Yeah.
Before we moved to Florida, and then we were so excited that we could actually find it in the grocery store. But it's really good. They make these flats. Great for pizza.
Yeah, it tastes like bread, but it's millet flour.
Right.
And it works really well. So check that out. Okay, how could you not have ice cream with pie, you heathen? Why? Look I'm going to have ice cream over here. And I'm going to have pie over here, but I'm not putting ice cream on the pie.
Killing me. I want some now.
Well, I'm not cooking tonight because we're doing the show. It runs past dinner time, so I'm going to go get something, probably Chinese food. That doesn't mean you're going to get pie out of it, but you're not.
Well, because we've been living on the stuff I had frozen.
That's right, and I didn't thaw anything.
Yep.
Here we go. Henry Thrun says, "I like it when ice cream melts into cake." Now, I will eat ice cream on cake.
You're weird.
That's a different thing, but not with pie.
Blackjack. Yeah, our son had
Right here?
severe food out, like everything. We used to say, he's allergic to oxygen. So if you need any, I'm sure you've got lots of resources. And this was, he just turned 30, so there wasn't the stores like now.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was rough.
We've got this whole food thing going on now. This is what happens. If you want to get the chat alive,
Fired
baby,
up.
you start talking food. So anyway,
Nice.
That's my top 5 desserts. And did you try any of that cobbler I picked up at the
No.
farmer's market?
I
Oh,
don't
you
like
missed out.
berry stuff.
Oh,
when
really?
The seeds are in it.
God,
So
good. So good. All right. Anyway, I'm just a fruit pie thing. It's
know.
because it feels healthy. Because it's like fruit.
Oh, gotcha.
Kind of trick
Not
yourself.
that they don't add cups of sugar to
You
it.
you
But other than
convince yourself
that, right?
that it's
like
a
Butterfingers, its
healthy
own
alternative.
food group.
Butterfinger.
Ooh, ginger beef and fried. Yeah. Oh, you guys are killing
me. Ginger beef. Ooh.
me. Daniel Russ is now going to order some panda.
It's part of how I wooed Squeaky. Is that with the pie and ice cream or Chinese food? I don't know about that. Get some chicken and cabbage vinegar. I don't like the sound of that. I'm not a big cabbage guy, though. Cabbage doesn't really seem... Cabbage is more like, you're in trouble, eat cabbage. It's not like, oh, you said that, young man? Eat your cabbage.
Yeah,
like,
but I watched a lady make lasagna.
Yeah.
Instead of noodles, she used cabbage. And I thought, yeah, that's good gluten-free. Plus carbs. And anyway.
Squibb says he's put on 50 pounds since he subbed this channel.
I think I have just tonight.
Well, we're kind of going off on a foodie thing here, but Brussels sprouts, which I hated as a kid, and then
we went to lunch with Dan DiDio.
That's right.
He ordered some. He's like, "Trust me." And we're like, "Okay."
And they were excellent.
Yeah.
In Burbank.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but they grill them up or whatever you would call it. Not
Did
grill
some
them,
balsamic.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've made them here now.
Good. Yeah, they're good.
I saw some of the, and then you smash them, and then you keep baking them so they're a little bit like chips. Okay, chips might be a little bit.
What?
You take them and like
what are we talking
half,
about?
and then you kind of smash them down so when they bake, they're flat and crispy.
Oh, okay. What?
When you could dip them in balsamic or ranch or.
I gotta check our.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I gotta check our programming notes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we've talked about food plenty. We've talked about House of Frankenstein. I think it's time now to just take just a moment, if we can. Can we take a moment, Shelley? Just one moment, and kind of watch our precious moments.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It is your favorite. You'll love this one.
Okay.
And it's not Nosferatu.
Okay, better not be.
No.
You guys know.
If I told you up front that it wasn't, then it wouldn't be. That'd be
okay,
lying.
I gotcha.
Okay. Here we go. Here's our precious moments. Watch your monitors, I guess they say, right?
Yeah.
Tom. Oh. Dead Tom's dead. Long John shot him. Oh,
but Dead Tom's always been dead. That's why he's called Dead Tom.
Oh.
Oh, I love it. I watched that the other day. I
love that movie.
I need to pick me up. It was on Vudu, so I watched it. Yeah.
Go. That's Muppet Treasure Island.
Tom is dead. Oh.
Featuring also Clueless Morgan is in that.
Huh?
Corin Zenith for $5. Thank you. Just want to say I love you both. Love your art, mate, and love this channel. Thank you. Hey,
thank you so much. That's so nice.
I'm getting
brings up all the big feels.
I know it gives me misty, and I want to go have some pie now.
And some Chinese food
and
ice cream.
Food. Dead Tom kind of looks like the guy in my avatar. Oh no! See what you've done? See what you've done to me, Shelley? Oh my gosh! It was like the time that Ethan called me Lopez. Within 15 seconds, people had Lopez in their avatars. These people do not wait.
Gosh.
They strike.
Skip and right. Just got here. Please start over.
Oh,
yes. Miss much?
Oh yeah, you missed.
Sean, I'm unsubbed on that one.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll never admit that that's me. You can't see my face, so there's no way you can really prove that that's me. So.
They did say someone in the chat that were expecting a hairy
strike
back,
while
and
the iron is hot. Yeah, strike while the iron is hot.
Oh
my hair's
gosh.
up here. Oh,
that is so funny.
Whew. Okay, that was good. That was good.
Yep.
But you know what else is good, Shelley?
Tell me.
One of the things we like to do on this show is Shelley, of course, is a teacher. And
Yes.
she's pushes herself off as an intellectual,
Yes.
smarty pants. Look at glasses. She's got the librarian look going today. She's teaches physics, math, all sorts
Stuff.
of like highbrow, And
Wow.
so we like to find out exactly how much she really does know.
Which we all know now is
so
not
we
a
have,
lot.
so we have this little segment that's called Shelley Knows.
Yes.
And it's more food talk, of course.
More food.
Because
Oh
we
my
like to be
gosh.
thematic on this show. So
I need one of those.
she's like her sugar antenna is up right now because of all the pie talk.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
I
Now, I
know
had to write these
sandwiches.
down.
She's gonna.
I had to write these down.
Okay, great.
Okay, so believe it or not,
Believing.
there are top 10. Well, that would make sense, but there is a top 10 sandwich list
Oh,
of most popular sandwiches.
Okay.
Now you don't have to put them in order, but you have to get the ones that are on the list.
great.
So, Shelley, at number 10, what are you
Uh-huh.
thinking?
Aren't
Now,
we-
these are all sandwiches that you have had at some point in your life. So there's nothing like.
I don't have to put them in order.
No, but give me a sandwich. We'll just,
Okay.
if you get them right, I'll mark them off. But,
Grilled cheese.
wow. Ladies and gentlemen, she's talking about skipping to the head of the class. Believe it or not, grilled cheese is the number one
yeah.
most popular
Thanks, Henry.
sandwich you can get.
Oh yeah.
So look, you got number one right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And I'm done.
Okay. Henry Thron, they believe in you, Shelley.
Okay.
Okay. So we now already know because Shelley blew it and picked the number one right
Oh.
off the bat. And so toasted cheese is the number one sandwich.
Reuben.
Excellent choice. Reuben is, of course, number 9 on the
Okay.
list. Very good.
Philly cheesesteak.
That is not on the list.
Oops, there. Okay.
It's a strike.
Sandwiches. Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese is number 2.
Well, you know.
Look at Shelley go. Wow.
Peanut butter and jelly.
That would be number 8
Cool.
on the list. PB&J is number 8.
A BLT.
Number 6. Look at her go. Hang on.
You could do it. A knuckle sandwich. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Stromboli. Is that even a sandwich? Wasn't that the
I
guy
don't
in Pinocchio? Stromboli?
Yeah.
Is he a sandwich too?
So Reuben.
Reuben is my favorite sandwich.
Ooh,
Cream
yeah,
fillet. It's
club.
absolutely my favorite sandwich.
Club sandwich.
I globe hop. We'll get to that in a second. I globe hop
What's that?
buying, meaning I go around the world, and every time I find
Oh.
a Reuben sandwich, I will order it just to see if that
Mhm.
Reuben is better than the last Reuben I've had. And the best Reuben I've ever had,
Yes.
and I've had them in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
I've had them in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
I've had them in California.
Is that globe hopping?
Well, not exactly. That's state hopping.
Mm.
Did we ever? I don't know that I've been someplace that actually out of the country that had a Reuben.
Germany.
Maybe Germany would.
We had good sandwiches in France.
Yeah, we did. But they were.
Monsieur, the Coke Madame.
Boy, those are good.
Coke.
But the favorite Reuben is down at the Buffalo Gap in Johns Landing in Portland. There you go.
Hope it's still there.
All right,
They're
so go
all
ahead.
alive.
So we've got toasted cheese number 1, ham and cheese is number 2, BLT is number 6, PB&J is 8, Reuben, my favorite, personally favorite, is number 9.
How about tuna fish?
No.
Good.
In fact, I would say there's not a sandwich on here that you don't like. So
Oh.
I should have told you
So
that
you
before you
got
guessed
the-
tuna fish because you never would have guessed tuna
The
fish.
club.
Oh, you said club.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my gosh.
that's surprising to me. I
'Cause I
love
like
a good
that.
club sandwich.
How about? I mean, it's like just the boring turkey.
Turkey sandwich is number 5. Look at that.
Now,
Now,
on
one
a
of
roll.
these.
Ba-dum-bum.
Okay, so
Yeah.
actually 2 of the 3 remaining, you could get at home, but you could also order out and get at like fast food restaurants and of that nature.
Oh, good question. Do burgers count?
Is that a guess?
Well, that's a question.
Well, you can't
Okay,
ask questions.
cheeseburgers,
Hamburger is number 4.
bacon.
Hamburger number 4.
Okay.
So I would guess any sort of incarnation of bacon or cheese on that
the
would
Monte
work.
Disco sandwich.
Oh my gosh. If you guys ever get a chance, now, don't order a Monte Cristo anywhere except at Pirates of the Caribbean in Disneyland.
So good.
Because what they do is they take it
Right back.
and they deep fry it. So it's like sealed up in this deep fried goodness. And then you dip it in strawberry jam. I'm not kidding you. It's incredible. Now, other places I've had the Monte Cristo sandwich, it's usually like French toast, ham and cheese. But it's not, it's just like as it served as a sandwich, and it just doesn't quite have that same oomph as the Monte Cristo at Disneyland, at Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, the problem, of course, is you have to go to Disneyland and they're woke and we're all anti-woke. But if you got to have that sandwich, except for those of you who aren't anti-woke, you're certainly welcome to, we're not trying to run you off.
How about?
Okay, so anyway, the Monte Cristo is not on the list.
Okay.
Okay, think of a sandwich you could go if you fast food place. Think of a fast food sandwich place.
Subway.
But let's more specific.
Meatball sandwich.
No, it's not Subway's. Not what we're looking for.
Oh,
this is all they sell.
it's all they sell is this type of sandwich.
Yeah, they're like the McDonald's of. Help me out, you guys.
What?
Arby's.
Oh, roast beef.
Roast beef is number 3. The roast beef sandwich, which I like roast beef, but I'm not. It wouldn't be that high on my list.
Oh, so Jim says the Buffalo Gap is still open.
Okay, now granted, I haven't had their Reuben in probably 15 years, but I assume they still make it the same way. But it was the best Reuben I've ever had.
Nice.
Ice cream sandwich. Hot dog doesn't count because it's not really a sandwich, even though I guess you could.
Okay, so how many?
You got one left.
Oh, this is horrible.
Now this is Mortal 5 is close. Okay, because there's certain sandwiches like an egg salad sandwich that I don't really like, but I'll crave every once in a while.
Yeah,
and just got to have it. This other sandwich is in that same sort of vein.
Scrambled egg sandwich.
That's too close to that being in the same vein.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You got 2 left, by the way. One of them is your favorite, and I can't believe you haven't said it yet.
Well, I love grilled cheese.
Okay, next to grilled cheese. If you went to a place and you were going to order a sandwich,
I would get.
Think a language that you speak outside of English.
Oh, like the French dip?
Yes, French dip is number 10. All right, number 7.
Yeah.
It's a concoction sandwich. It's not just like a meat, and it's a concoction like an egg salad sandwich. That's what I mean.
Gotcha. How about I don't know. Turkey, salami.
Oh, I love salami.
Meatball sandwiches.
It's a concoction. It's a mixture. It's a
tuna salad.
You're close.
Chicken salad.
Yes, chicken salad sandwich is number 7 on here. So, and I do like chicken salad.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, let's see. Ooh.
Okay, so here we go.
Here we've got another
$5. Thank you, Cora and Zena. Yes. I appreciate that very much. Most chicken schnitzel burgers in Australia are pretty good from the local takeaway store. Now we had schnitzel in Germany, but it was, I assume it was like legit beef, right? I mean, I don't know. What do they make that out of? Probably not pork. Probably beef.
I was thinking it was pork.
Maybe it was. I know? Maybe it was. But yeah, we like that.
Did I get them all?
Yeah. So let's recap real quickly here. You did really well.
Thanks.
Number 1 is toasted cheese. Well, let's go the other way. Number 10 is French dip. Number 9 is Reuben. Number 8, peanut butter and jelly, which that's kind of lower on the list than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Chicken salad, I wouldn't even have thought it would be on here, but I do like a good chicken salad sandwich. BLT, classic.
Yeah.
Now, I like to put cheddar cheese on there with the BLT. So it's the BLTC, and kind of spices it up a little bit.
I
Turkey
see.
sandwich, that's a mainstay, but it's not something that I would necessarily put on my top 10 list.
Yeah.
But you can get them anywhere, obviously.
Yeah.
Hamburger, number 4. You think
No freaking chicken farm.
excellent sandwich there. Hamburger, number 4, which I thought actually would have been higher. Roast beef, I think, is way too high at 3.
Yeah.
But it's a good sandwich. A little Swiss cheese, a
Mm.
little Arby's sauce.
Yeah.
Ham and cheese. If it's grilled,
I was gonna say
if it's
grilled.
grilled, you're right there, baby.
Yeah.
And then, of course, number 1,
The
the toasted cheese sandwich. Now, toasted cheese, I like it when you get creative and you use multiple different kinds of cheeses on there.
Yes.
That can make
Kinda
it
like
interesting.
The croque monsieur would be the
The croque madame and the croque
Well, the
monsieur.
croque madame had the egg on it.
Right, I want the egg
Yeah.
on mine.
Yeah.
So with that was, what kind of cheese did they use? Do you
I
remember?
can't remember.
We had these
Fancy cheese.
when we were in Paris. That was as a result of cons, not because we're like jet setting to Paris, but we would order the croque madame, which is this toasted cheese sandwich,
So good.
but it had like some kind of really kind of hoity-toity cheese in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'd be like an egg, a fried egg on top,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
So good. Thick bread. This isn't. We're gonna get on the Food Network. This is gonna be our new show on the Food Network.
Oh, great.
So
Croque madame.
yeah, Shelley's looking it up right now. Let's see here. Oh no!
We
Wait
can
a
get 'em
minute.
here.
I didn't know. Christina says Arby's, and she was in. She was in middle school when we were in our 40s, so she would know. Arby's chicken salad is good, but it's a limited time thing. Don't you hate it when they do that? They actually come up with something good, and you go, "Wow, this is really
Yeah.
good," and they go, "But it's for limited time only." You go, but
Yeah.
no. I think they did that with. They had a Reuben. It was actually pretty good at Arby's, but it was like limited time only Reuben, I think.
This one says Gruyere cheese. but
Oh my
I'm not
gosh, this is
sure
so
that's
gross.
it.
As a student, I had mustard sandwiches.
What's my mom?
With nothing else,
She
just
would have
mustard.
mustard sandwiches when she was pregnant.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a lot of weird eating going on
Yeah.
in your family when there was pregnancy. What did you make me get? It was something like, was it ice cream and dill pickles or something? I mean, that's the joke, but she actually made me go out at midnight.
liked,
and get that.
Bacon and
Yeah,
cashews with one child. I know I used to love which I would never normally get, but the Sundays at McDonald's with Joshua.
What did you have?
The ice cream sundaes from
Oh,
McDonald's.
yeah, but that's not weird. That's just, you did make me.
Yeah, I think once the dude said Gruyere cheese, and I think I'm looking at
Oh, yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
it's topped Gruyere sandwich topped
Yeah.
with bechamel.
Mm.
Don't remember that part, but
Oh, I'm longing.
I'm thinking.
Didn't we try to make those once? They just didn't turn out as well.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So we were at
I'm sorry.
Disneyland, and she was pregnant with Samantha, and Josh and I were on the water slide ride. What the heck's it called? Yeah.
Words are hard.
Splash
today,
Mountain. And I come down off the ride with Josh, and there's Shelley eating this pickle that's got to be this
Big as my
freaking
head.
big. And I was like, where did you get that?
Yep.
And so they used to have these giant pickles at
And the chocolate covered frozen bananas. That got me through a lot of wasted time watching you guys, waiting for hours in line as I can't do any of the rides. Ooh, that sounds good. Yes.
I love deviled eggs.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love deviled eggs, but I've never tried them with salsa.
That's coming up. We're going to have to try that.
I hate White Castle.
He does. It's the steaming part.
I don't like it. They're like soggy. I don't like it.
Ah,
White Castle cheese sliders. So I like a good aioli. I'll go with that. Sure. I'm all right with that.
Oh my gosh. It's become the food show.
Now, what does this mean? Iodine 74 says Arby's has Wagyu beef burgers now. Well, when they have them in stock, and like ours yesterday.
Is
And
that
they're actually pretty darn good. Wagyu beef.
Is that the like the Chinese beef?
I don't know what do you mean? Why is Chinese beef different than
Well, wasn't there like a?
is it how they cut it?
I don't know. Help me out here, people.
My aunt used to make these was like sliced beef sandwiches. They were I don't know.
Here's it.
How about a
$5,
garbage man sandwich? Wonder what
thank
that would
you.
look like.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
I'll show you what a garbage
Yeah,
man
the
sandwich looks
Japanese, and don't they like massage the cows and stuff? So
like.
really
Before or after
relaxed.
they eat them. This is what a garbage man sandwich looks like right there. Baby.
Baby.
Of course, the garbage man trade paperback. I just secured another box of these.
I know.
So these are available, both on the campaign
See?
and
Here we go. It's a fancy Japanese beef where they constantly massage the cows, etc. Thank you.
they've got. If they're massaging cows, it's got to be expensive.
Yes, high-end beef. Daniel Russell says.
Okay.
See, I'm not all here, but I got
wait a
that
minute.
part.
Wait.
What?
Just Kevin. Aaron, such a nice man, great artist, and so many bad takes. Right? Castle Frankenstein, Phantom Lady. Wait, what did I say about Phantom Lady? I don't remember. I dissed Phantom
That's
Lady.
so funny.
And because you're spreading misinformation,
You get
that's
yourself
for you.
a cannonball.
That's what you got. Kobe beef.
Yes. They massage them.
Well, yeah, but
Wow,
after
I want one. I want to massage
Wait a
the
minute.
sake.
they massage live cows with sake.
I guess.
Seriously, who does that? Is that like a profession that you're a cow massager?
Well, there's some people like
I went to
what they
school
go
for
out
4
and they
years.
hug cows or something. I don't know.
What?
I want that.
This is getting weird.
Actually, I want to go to like the hospital and like one night a week be like a baby hugger.
Well, okay, yeah, I know
That I
wanna
would
do
do. Yeah.
that. What about a fried bologna sandwich?
Yeah. And you know what?
That's
Spam
classic.
is pretty good.
That's
like
a
that,
classic, like poor person. Like, what do you got? Well, let's fry up some bologna and have a
Too.
sandwich.
My dad loved those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to believe 113 people are still watching.
Oh, you know what else is?
You're not enjoying it?
You know what? What else is hard to believe? That you're going to survive after this.
That's a big one.
There you go.
Nice.
When I get out the
Rolls
atomic
of
bomb, you know.
trebuchet in place.
That's
Yes,
right.
Nice.
Spam sandwich. Now, that big in Hawaii. Spam is huge in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm okay with spam. I'm not, I mean, I eat it if someone served it up, but.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Spam sandwich.
You know what I used to like? We are so
What
far off
are you
target.
doing? Yeah.
You know what I used to like when I was a kid? Do you remember those Underwood deviled ham and
Ooh.
you didn't
Your
like that?
dad loved like liverwurst and stuff.
Oh, deviled ham, and they also did like a chicken salad. Underwood did.
Ooh.
So
That is so funny, you guys.
It is very salty, and so am I. So that's why we go together.
I see, and she's like, I'm hungry
Oh
too.
my gosh, who said I was watching? Oh. Okay.
Too fun.
All right. Yeah, Aaron's father has excellent taste. He did. I
my
know. No one
gosh.
had ever accused my dad of having excellent taste. I can tell you
No.
that. But he was a funny guy. Okay. Fry
else is
some
on the
spam
list?
in bacon grease.
Oh, that's a bypass just waiting to happen.
I fried like eggs in bacon grease, and that's a pretty tasty little treat.
Remember, did you see I finally threw it away. I cooked 6 pounds of bacon that one day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the grease.
The
Oh
grease.
my gosh,
It's crazy.
nuts! Fried spam and egg. I've never tried that.
Mhm. I think we're going to have to.
Yeah.
We'll video when we try the.
When was the last time you saw a can of spam in a grocery store? Maybe I'm just not looking very
I don't go
close.
to the grocery store.
That's true. You don't. So
Yeah.
it would be never.
You're on in the background, sound only. Ooh, lucky you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Where's
your list?
my list? Oh, I folded it. Okay. So I want to take a minute before we go to Bigfoot, and I got some good stuff this week.
Ooh, cool.
One was going to gross you out, but
Great.
let me do this real quick if you guys don't mind me doing a paid advertisement for me. I have 2 panels left to ink
Wow.
And this 100-page extravaganza will be complete. Garbage Man is completely lettered and ready to go.
Wow.
Nightclub is the balloon placement's done. It's colored. It's going to the letter on Monday. So that'll be ready to go before the end of the week, I would imagine. I've got 16 pages of Wraith of God lettered.
Wow.
And so the letter is just waiting on me to do balloon placement. But I want to get him going on it. But I've got to finish Kit Carter. 2 panels need to be inked. I'm going to do that tonight.
Getting there.
That means I have 8 pages left to color. And then get those 8 pages lettered. And then do the little things like work the title page and things like that for the book and get it all put
the
together.
Little details, yeah.
So we
How
are
do I get
right
Nightclub?
on the verge.
It's in the book.
Yeah, Angela, there's 2 ways you can get Nightclub. Nightclub's first appearance is right here in the Garbage Man trade paperback, which you can order in this campaign as an add-on, or you can order it directly from.
Oh, did you hear that?
I did.
I've been waiting for that one. That was a good one.
So that's the first appearance of the
Hey,
Nightclub.
Mike.
And then the Nightclub story appears in this comic. So that's the first appearances in the Garbage Man trade paperback. The follow-up story will be in this volume.
Awesome.
Let me show you guys real quickly what you can get, and then we will move on. Look at this. This massive 100-page comic extravaganza includes a full-length Wraith of God story, 53 pages, plus 3 complete backup stories featuring Garbage Man, Nightclub, and Kit Carter, Galactic Ranger. Experience the Empire Comics universe as it expands before your very eyes, Shelley.
It's exciting.
I'm gonna wipe my brow. So here's the story. Rule in a nutshell. The Wraith and Esther return to battle Count Korvac, a vampire looking to take over a growing Tennessee town with the help of his blood-sucking brides in 1883. Our 2 heroes continue to define their relationship as their faith is tested by the dark evil of the power-hungry vampire. Garbage Man has to face off against a family of zombies because, the family that eats together stays together.
Yes.
Nightclub gets their first solo adventure as they must stop an elephant-like creature from destroying Murnau City. Who is this strange antagonist? And what role does the enigmatic Eon Chance have to play? So it's the first appearance of Eon Chance.
Nice.
And the first appearance of Trunk.
I know who's going to be happy with that.
Yep. G.J. Martinez is. Kit Carter, Galactic Ranger, and her partner Merv the Astro Chimp must save the galaxy from the maniacal conqueror Zing the Zealous. So you get this wonderful
Love that.
Kit Carter trading card.
Yep.
Colored by one of the top industry professionals.
Mystery.
Dan Lawless,
Cool.
Wraith of God trading card. Adam Miller is our art contest winner.
Yep.
And he gets a splash page in the book.
Nice.
You have options. You can get the Bisley cover.
Let me check.
Yep.
Has he received his winnings?
He has.
Oh, good.
I paid him immediately.
Oh, unlike
because I always do.
Yeah. Okay.
If I hold an art contest,
you're going to follow through.
I follow through.
Right.
So you can get the Bisley cover, which I have the painting on the wall right over there. You can get the wraparound cover by me,
right behind you.
Or, Shelley, you can get the Tales of Suspense tribute cover by me.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might choose
so many choices
to get the Tomb of Dracula #1 tribute covered by me. Or you can get them all.
By me.
Or you can get them all. It's Night of the Undead, Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
Here's 3 brilliantly colored pages by Gabe Eltieb before he quit. And here's our Garbage Man pages colored by our own Dan Lawless.
Yep.
Very unique style in his coloring approach.
Yeah.
And
I think it really adds to that.
This story is very Wrightson-y, and it gets more Wrightson-y than you might even expect.
Oh.
And at the end of the story, when it gets super Wrightson-y, you almost feel like you're reading a Wrightson book with Dan's coloring over my pencils and inks. Yeah. It's a love letter to Bernie Wrightson. Let's just put it that way.
Sweet.
And then of course, here's Kelsey's colors on the Nightclub.
Kelsey.
Look at that.
Yep.
There's Trunk, the Elephant Man. There he is.
There's Kelsey.
And there's Kelsey made a guest appearance in the book. So there's 3 pages colored by Kelsey, all looking very sweet.
Really nice.
Yep. And then here's Kit Carter. Kit Carter, there's 14 episodes in this book. Okay, each page is its own episode, like it would be if it was a newspaper strip, like a Sunday newspaper strip. That's kind of how this was formatted. When we do the Kit Carter graphic novel, it will read like a regular graphic novel. It won't be in this format, but these were originally designed to be sort of weekly comic strips. And so that's
Gotcha.
how you'll see these presented in this book as a backup story. You can get the Garbage Man print. It'll go very nicely with the Wraith of God print from the first campaign.
Well, hey there.
And then, of course, there's this Wraith of God Roughs Volume 2.
I think is really
You pull back the
cool
curtain.
thing. Right.
Pull back
Yeah,
the
to see the process and yeah.
And so this is these are signed, numbered, and limited edition.
Cool.
So they're not available after the campaign. There might be a few extras, but they're gone. When they're gone, they're gone. So I print to order with a few extras in case of damage and things like that. So get that. This, of course, is the Phil Diaz trading card.
Mm-hmm.
Merv the Astro
Otherwise
Chimp.
known as Merv the Astro Chimp.
If you signed up early for this, you get this for free. If you didn't, but you still want it, you can get one for $5. So there you go. And we got hats. We still have hats. Power Cubed is sold out.
Still
The Garbage Man trade paperback is still available. Shot glasses are available.
Yep.
And so just all sorts of fun, good stuff on here as this campaign draws to a close over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So if you haven't backed it, please check out the link in the description of this video. Run over there, check it out, see if it's something that might interest you. And now, Shelley, the moment we've all been waiting for. I don't know if it's true or not. Oh, dessert. Yeah, that's what I've been waiting for. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Where are we at here?
Yeah. Yep, it's new.
Corin Zena for $10. Thank you
so
again.
much.
He's in Australia, by the way.
Oh, nice.
We were in Australia in '93 for 2 weeks. Had a
Loved
great time. If you have mentioned this before, I do apologize, but I'd love to know a little bit about Garbage Man's origin and your process. Are you able to touch on that? I'll touch on it briefly here.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend checking out Graybeard Studio Wednesdays at 1 o'clock Pacific time, where we do a lot of drawing and chatting about technique and so forth and so on. Garbage Man was originally, in a nutshell, I was hired, I guess, by Dan DiDio to create a Swamp Thing replacement for DC because Swamp Thing was at Vertigo and they wouldn't give it back. And so I created Garbage Man, which was then published as a creator-owned book and through DC Comics. When they got Swamp Thing back, they no longer needed Garbage Man.
Mm-hmm.
So the rights returned to me. And now that I'm independently publishing, I now own all the rights for it and took all the DC material, put it in this trade paperback, had to replace Batman because he did appear in the book with my new characters, the Nightclub, so this is their first appearance. This is the only first appearance. I mean, they did not appear in any comic book format. They appeared only in this trade paperback until the new book that's coming out that will have a Nightclub story in it. But Garbage Man is a lawyer who was working for a firm that was working for a pharmaceutical company that was less than reputable, got himself in a little bit of trouble, and next thing you know, he's been experimented on and they thought killed, but turned to Garbage Man instead.
Yes. And
now he's seeking revenge against, or justice, not revenge.
Yes.
Justice. So anyway, it's a fun book. If you like sort of that classic Swamp Thing feel, or if you remember my sludge stuff from Ultraverse days back in the 90s, it's something that might interest you.
Cool.
Or would definitely interest you, I think. Okay.
Pfizer.
Let's see.
Henry, you're on a roll.
What did he say? Where are we at? Oh, Pfizer. Yeah, we called them Titan Pharmaceuticals, but they could be Pfizer. Okay, Shelley, here we go. Mysteries abound in this world we live in.
Are you going to scare me?
These might creep you out.
What was it? That one, like people are, oh, you just like doing it for the show. No, it
I spoke with
scared
that
the
alien video the last time.
jeebers out of me.
All right, let's see what we got this week. Shelley is threatening to leave in fear if I do anything too weird.
Scare me! I'm gonna tell.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with something. This is obvious what this is, but they still posted and said, "What could this strange creature be?" Okay, it's obvious what it is, but I still thought it was creepy enough that I wanted to show the video. So here we go.
Let's get weird. Bring it on, Timmy. Have you guys seen as you're doing that? Well, I'll wait till after this because I think.
Okay. Watch this. Can I watch?
Okay.
Watch it crawl.
It's a bat.
I know, but isn't that just creepy?
Yes. I don't like it. From back here, it looked like it might be a squirrel, and I was then reliving the squirrel that set up its own death.
Oh, that was so funny.
So funny.
We put the mop handle over him.
Yes.
I just think this is creepy, disgusting. Good.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
But the thing is, you want to stay away from these things because you're gonna end up with rabies or something on something like that.
Yeah,
You know.
it can't be very hygienic.
No, but look at that. That's just so creepy. I love
Let's
it.
show it again. It's so creepy. That's terrifying. Yes.
It is.
Well, didn't we go? We went to like a bat place when we were in Australia. Didn't
But they
we?
were all like together, hanging upside down in a cage. Oh, it stunk to high heaven. It smelled like ammonia in there, like crazy. But they weren't as creepy when they're all in their environment together, right? And you expect like, but you're in your backyard and that thing's crawling around. That's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
no, I'd go get my cig.
So again, this is what it looks like when you film something that's real. It's usually in focus, and Now let's take a look at some stuff that may or may not be real. This is Bigfoot, allegedly. In fact, what was the name of this? Well, it doesn't matter. It's not a cow, but it's. Oh no! This is a.
What?
Watch out! This Shelley's not going to like this. All right, she's already leaning back. Here we go. You guys tell me what this is. Watch. That's a leaf.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Oh, what the?
In slow motion, people. It's the rake. Or is it the Slender Man? Or is it the Skinwalker, Shelley?
What the?
Or is it a dude in a suit? Let's watch this.
I don't like that very much.
It's coming for him. He's coming to get you, Ralph Phillips. It's
Golem, yeah.
Creepy. But you got to believe it's his buddy in a suit, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's still kind of creepy.
Yeah, I'd be running.
They never tell you, okay, so if this thing is chasing this guy and he closes the fence, right? Does it jump onto the fence? I mean, why don't we have better pictures after this?
Oh.
Whatever happened
to
him?
Well, because he was running for his life and screaming like a little girl, probably.
Yeah, but...
It's just your average crackhead. Love to see here, folks.
Henry Throne's got it. It's Joe Biden. There it is.
The reason they didn't continue is he had to stop and smell a small child.
That's just me taking out the trash. Everyone knows cows are creepy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait a minute. Two-face peeler alien. Apparently
if you've seen like these videos out of Peru.
Fluke Man from the
never heard of it.
From Fox and Mulder with the X-Files.
X-Files.
Yeah. He lived in the sewers. It was very gross.
Oh.
One of my favorite episodes, though. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now what do you make of this, Shelley? This is we're going all the way to South America for
pterodactyl?
this. We're going to South America for this.
Okay.
You might find this in Peru. They're saying this is there's no actual motion. It's just this still photo captured.
Oh, okay.
But apparently it's killed a couple of dogs and terrorizing the town. They're not sure what it is. Is it the chupacabra? Is it some new form of animal that never previously undiscovered? Or is it simply a cheap Photoshop trick?
I think when they get the video of them moving is what makes it super creepy too, but that doesn't, so Henry's taking off. See you later, bud.
Henry Thun, thanks for joining us, man. It's good to see you again. I think this is pretty much a chupacabra, isn't it?
Sure.
I mean, it's
looks like something with mange. I think they have some medication for that.
Yeah, but it's like,
if it killed my doggy though, I'd be out hunting it.
See, look at,
holy cow. Another one.
Let me get through this
amazing.
first.
Okay.
It's half human, half animal. Huh?
That's against the law.
Yeah, I think so. In many states, so it apparently killed a couple of dogs, and they got this photo of
yucky.
it.
It's like a horse with a short neck or something.
There's something weird going on here. I think fakeness would be what we're looking at here. Now this is kind of cool. I like this illustration.
Yeah.
So anyway,
but you had to add some details because it's not in the. Yeah.
So there you go. There's your chupacabra or whatever it may be. Look at this Coronzina for $20 Australian. Thank you so much. You know, we used to have some of that Australian money. It had like the plastic windows in it. We felt it was like game money. Remember?
Gosh, that was so long ago. I just remember we actually were thinking like we could do a house swap for $6. We really liked Sydney, but again, that was.
We went to the Great Barrier Reef too.
Yeah, well, you did.
Well, no, we both went. I went scuba diving down there.
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that response, mate. Thank you so much.
Mike,
if I back the campaign as it stands, getting all the books, will that cover The Origin of Garbage Man be included, or will I need to purchase the trade paperback separately? I believe it is part of the one of everything on the campaign. This is the Garbage Man trade paperback. If you just want the books and not the other stuff, you would have to add it on separately. But there is a way to do that. Or what am I trying to say? There's add-ons. Every time you order something and it takes you to the order page, there's like a list of add-ons, and that trade paperback is one of them. Did you have like a
package deal of one of everything?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Garbage Man is in that one of everything. So
thanks for asking, and thanks for the super
In fact,
chats.
let me look real quick.
Super generous.
Because I do not want to lead you astray on my own campaign. It's not on there, is it?
Well, click it because it might.
Blood Hunters A, B, and C. Garbage Man.
Print.
The print is on there. Saved from the Trash. Roughs Volume 2.
Yeah.
You would have to add the Garbage Man trade paperback on. You could get one of everything and add it on, or you could get all 4 covers and add it, whatever you want.
Another box.
But yeah, you can do the Garbage Man as an add-on, though. I do know that as a fact. So,
cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for the $20.
Sweet.
That's great.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. All right. Okay. Now this is interesting, Shelley.
Let's hope so.
No. Wow. Okay. Now you tell me.
Oh, you're gonna scare me.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
This is not scary, but it is interesting. We call this Frozen Nessie.
Why?
Just watch.
Oh. Did she?
Craig McCarthy is the guy who shot this video.
Okay.
Now, this thing is moving through the water.
It could just be ice. Or not.
Well, what they're saying is maybe it's a Loch Ness monster visiting from Scotland, which seems highly unlikely, or because this is in the U.S. And but what they're saying is maybe it's a piece of rope that has ice frozen on it, and it's being dragged through the water by the current and whatever it's maybe attached to.
Yeah.
But it sure looks like maybe there's like a fin right there, maybe, or something going on underneath here. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So it was moving. So I think that's important. Because it could have been anything as a frozen picture, but as a moving.
It's the moving. Yeah, I go with sturgeon.
Could be a sturgeon with ice on its back. Because it looks like maybe there's something going on up front here, like a head or something. They said it could have been a large sturgeon, but why would it have ice on its back?
Maybe it swam through it and it got stuck. Could
be.
Through the thaw.
So Citizen Ronan, of course, clearly real. He's going to go with the sturgeon.
Yeah.
Garbage Man 2, I Refuse. You know, I did a Batman story that I wrote and illustrated called I, Batman.
Like I, Robot.
Kind of, but not really.
Oh. Yeah, a snake. You had to go there. I hate them.
Yeah, I don't think that's a giant snake because it's cold-blooded and all. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, this is what I like to call jumping Bigfoot. So,
nice.
Okay. Let's take a look at, if you can see him right here. He's going to jump. Yay.
Like into the water or
Just kind of up
Oh.
on the rock. See, he jumped. Oop, see? Came out of the bushes and jumped on the rock.
wow.
So is that Bigfoot or is that some guy's friend in his suit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so let's watch again. Boing. That's jumping.
Boink.
Bigfoot. He's jumping. And then he's standing around doing nothing. So he jumped he jumped for the camera, I think.
I just had
He
that
said-
urge, had to do it.
No, he said, ready? Action. See?
Yep.
Perfect. I don't know where this is at because you never do.
Right.
He's cliff jumping, though.
Well, when I saw that, I was like, oh, he's going to jump off, and into the water or something. But
Well, he's not
very
that adventurous.
disappointed
He's
in the
not-
whole cliff jumping.
Well, you got to talk your friend to getting into that suit and then jumping off a cliff. Probably
Right.
not going to happen. Action.
It won't weigh
Yeah.
you down. You'll be
You won't
fine.
drown. So, yeah. So there you go. It was kind of weird that he jumped out of the bush onto that rock for no reason. If it was
Right.
an animal, you would think, maybe he's hunting or I'm thinking
Yeah,
guy in
I
a
was taking a dump and saw a snake. And was like, I'm out.
Squib says, obviously Bigfoot, case closed.
Done.
Cicerone claims man in a suit and man in a suit. This back to the Loch Ness Monster thing. How long would it have to sit still for ice to form? It's another excellent point.
Or, I mean, if he
went through
and it stuck, but that
something.
would be a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
David Blinn says, Hall, Aaron, I think he means hail.
Yep.
Hail Shelley, hail CG. I just
Hey.
learned from a fake Captain America that I blew money buying the awesome Wraith of God because it's
Oh,
gift.
grift, probably.
Grift. Oh, wait, Cap's an idiot. Keep up the great work. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Oh, I think
Well,
I
the guy
know who
on-
you're
the
talking
guy on
about.
Twitter who has 200 followers.
Not even that. I think, yeah, they. It's really funny to me that these people make assumptions, and this is what happened. Like, I don't know something that I lived through.
But they do.
Right. It's funny that they assume.
That's right. We're
Um,
grifting you guys by taking your money and sending you books that
Yeah.
you ordered.
And
It's amazing. What a grift.
like that. Oh, you were blacklisted after you did CG, and no, but they.
Well, I was
And they
aged
don't
out.
believe-
I don't know if you call
Well,
that
that's what I was
blacklisted, but
saying.
Yeah,
And
I'm still young at heart.
exactly. But yeah, I love it that they think they know what happened more than what we do. And there's been information shared with us from the inside
Deep
that
inside.
obviously we're not, because we're not all about it's just stirred or whatever. But it makes me mad that people assume they know you.
Well, they're just trying to get clicks.
And of course, I know, but it's so annoying that then they'll say that I'm, oh, absolute BS, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So, but they don't know us. They don't know the story or that.
They know nothing
Right.
except how to type on Twitter. Angela
Yep.
Curry says, would Aaron do a Bigfoot video for a stretch goal? I'll do a Bigfoot video
Oh my gosh.
just to do
Ange,
it.
That is so awesome.
Just to do it, I will do it.
Yeah. I paid for my book. I got it. What a grift.
I've been
Yeah.
mad. And it was actually good. And it was 84 pages. It wasn't just
Right.
48,
No
it was
value
84.
in it at all.
Yeah, and this new one is a super grift. $25 for a 100-page book.
I
What a
know.
freaking ripoff. You people should run screaming.
But I will tell you guys, I'm never letting him do another 100-page book.
That was a little much. But you'll love it.
He's worked his butt off, as you guys know he does anyway. But
But for me,
oh, Dan, you guys are gonna bring up all the big feels.
Dan the Pizza Man Genovese says, you two are the nicest people. You can't get any better. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. That's very kind.
That's what I always say about
Appreciate
you.
that.
For these people like on Twitter, I'm not as nice as you are.
She's not.
No, and so I don't know if it's you don't mess with my people. But yeah, it's just funny because it goes in waves too, and I shouldn't engage, but sometimes I think it's funny.
This is what happens when you say the wrong thing or you take a picture you don't want published, and this is what happens.
I
It never goes away.
know, I
Asian
know.
pleasure stick variant. Of course, he's referring to Pocky, which I referred to as Asian
right.
pleasure sticks, and then said,
Oh my
What
gosh,
did I
that's
just say?
funny. What was the funniest thing this week was that I said something about how nice you are, and somebody wrote they're surprised because you spend so much time having to defend your horrendous wife. And I just responded.
That's a complete lie. I spend no time defending her. She can defend herself.
That's true. But I just responded with just laughing emojis because I think that's so funny. But because they want to get a rise out of me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so horrendous. I taught high school. I got thicker skin than that. Daniel
Ross says, I wouldn't say it was good. In the words of Tony Tiger, I'd say it's great. David Lynn says, I'm happy paying $25 for 48 pages. Sell yourself right and don't mess with Shelley. Now we're going to settle in at 64 pages going forward. I think that's a fair number.
But
and
this one is great because we wanted to get those characters out there.
Yes. And it was the only way I felt I could do it without doing a whole book on them. Get some IPs out there that are part of the Lopresti verse, part of the Empire Comics vision, if you will. And I wanted to get those things out there for you guys to see, so you could say either like this or I don't, and let me know. And then it makes it easier for me to kind of.
I'm a pretty fierce protector.
She is, but it makes us able to sort of chart our publishing goals down the road by knowing what you guys are interested in, and maybe what you're not interested in. So. There you go. Okay, here's the last one, Shelley. Now, this one I call Fat Mermaids. This is an unbelievable.
Okay.
But this is one of the clearest videos I've seen. And these are mermaids apparently recorded in Puget Sound. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Now, these are mermaids that climbed up on a boat, apparently. A little on the heavy side, but it's cold. The water's cold up there.
Oh, thick chicks.
Yeah. There's some better shots. These are a couple of
some junk in the trunk. Holy cow. Yeah, sea cows.
So these are clearly mermaids. And this is actual video. You know this has not been doctored. That's the thing I love about this. This is authentic.
So funny.
Well, there's another
and they're just like out for sale. Lizzo on tour. Oh my gosh,
exactly. Okay, but there's a really great shot, an action shot here of one of these mermaids crawling out of the water onto the boat. And you don't see this every day. Look at this.
Oh my
look at
gosh.
That. Look at that mermaid booty. Look at that. Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh, that is hysterical.
Everything went black. So anyway, so we have actual mermaid sightings in.
Okay, let's go back.
I will.
What? Oh,
Corinth Zenith, Australian 50. Thank you so much.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Is Saved from the Trash the OG comic book for Garbage Man? I'm just trying to process the purchase.
That's a good connection.
It was a humorous drawing of a swamp monster, is what it was on the cover, and it's a sketchbook. It just has a variety of stuff.
And that was the time you were doing that field guide time, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that time I was in that book. So there's no connection other than I like drawing swamp monsters. I was like, I got to draw a goofy swamp monster, and that's what I came up with. But the Save from the Trash is basically drawings that I didn't throw away. I put them in the book, but they're actually they're good.
And too, like you go to cons, it's nice to have. Like a lot of people, we appreciate the value that people, even if it's $5, that they could come to a con and get something. And so these books were kind of like, if you can't get a page, then you can at least still get something.
Right. And a lot of the illustrations, or I should, the drawings, the sketches, whatever that are in those books were done for the book.
Yeah.
So it's black and white, but it is one of my better sketchbooks, I think. I really like Saved from the Trash. I think it's pretty good.
This is why I got all teary.
David Blinn says, Shelley, I lost my first wife to cancer, and you have a special place in my heart, even if you weren't married to Lopez.
I'm sorry. I'm such a big
word. Very nice, David. Appreciate that.
I'm so sorry for your loss, and it is really. I was just thinking, last summer you did fulfillment during my cancer surgery, and you'll probably be doing fulfillment during my reconstruction surgery. So, whatever it takes to get out of doing fulfillment, I'll do that. But you guys have been so supportive, and oh my gosh, just like, it brings up all the feels.
In the end of the day, you guys still have the talent that has brought renowned recognition over the years and have good made good on your word. Those guys on Twitter are clowns who know nothing. That is the truth.
That's true. They don't know Aaron. And yeah, I mean, granted, I was quite a catch back that day. I'm kidding. But
I've got that picture of your back. I want to show
you
everybody.
do? What the?
No one.
Of your back?
No, of your back. So I get it
back
even.
then. Yeah, but my back was tight back then.
Paul
But
Brillard
anyway.
says 64 pages equals more issues each year. That's the idea. I want to try and do 2 books
Yeah.
a year instead of just 1 every year.
And hopefully when I get all put back together, I can be a little bit more helpful because, he needs someone else to help out. And because he works 24/7. And if he's not physically working, he's thinking about working.
I'm working now more than ever in my life,
Yeah.
which sucks when you're,
But
in your
you're
late
also more
50s.
excited about it, which is so fun.
Kevin Thomas says, Shelley, you and Aaron were the first people I started following regularly on CG besides Ethan. You quickly
Thanks.
became my favorite aside from the Bros show. Thank you
I
very
love
much.
the Bros.
We had a great
And all
show
those
this last week.
guys. Like Fraga is probably one of my favorite people.
Holy crap, they're huge. They're not referring to us. They're referring to the mermaids.
Oh, I was thinking yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. But can you imagine just being out boating and hey. Or if that was your boat. Oh, funny. I'm reading.
I will.
Oh.
I will.
Paul Ryan, he and Aaron were like brothers, and Aaron could get Paul to laugh and cry, and he would laugh so hard. But we met them when I was pregnant with Josh at the Portland. You want to put it on the Kayo?
Yeah.
Okay. Watching their friendship. So yeah, the guy that did the Portland show would bring people in, and then they would invite us along to kind of be the middle people, and called us the Laughing Lopresties. And when we met Paul and Linda, it was like, meeting your best friends for the first time and going, oh my gosh. But we've traveled with them. We did the Rollins show. We stayed with them. And
they were at our condo when we first got married. This was in '93. Remember that show? And they were.
And you guys did the whitewater rafting.
Yeah, I think they had a late flight that night or something, and so they were hanging out with us. And I took them to the airport, I guess. But we were drawing each other pictures, sitting at the kitchen table, killing time. And he drew that. Not only did he do this, but there's a sludge drawing on the other side of it.
Yeah, so they did a whitewater rafting trip, which I didn't get to go on because I was ginormous with Joshua. When we stayed at their house, I was out shoveling snow for Paul, having a blast, and he was like,
we were laughing our heads off. I'm holding little baby Josh, and we're in the kitchen.
Well, we were going to
drinking
go to
warm
New
hot
York,
chocolate,
weren't we, with them? And then
shoveling snow.
it got snowed out, or
Yeah,
we were
that's
going
right.
to Boston. So anyway, he was a great guy. We miss him a lot.
Kevin Thomas says Aaron will make his mom do the extra work anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
She loves it. Oh my gosh.
She's asking me when she's going to have more books to bag and board.
I mean, to be productive, and she's something else. She'll be 92 this month.
Yep. August 30th.
She's gonna outlive me.
She might not live us both. She hopes she doesn't, but she
I
might.
know. She's amazing.
Anyway, guys, that's pretty much the show. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Shelley made it through almost 2.5 hours.
I'm impressed.
Nice work.
Only one extra.
Now we get to go get Chinese
food
food and pie.
You guys enjoy your food today. We've all been all hungers.
I want to thank all you guys for the super chats, especially Corin Zenith, who just really loaded us up today. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Leg Kick was in there. Virosaki, Greek Geek Avenger. Thank you guys
Keelan,
all.
my friend.
And you guys in the chat, we always appreciate you guys. We couldn't do the show without you joining us and having a good old time like we do on Sunday evenings. I'm not going to be on King's tomorrow night because we're going to be at our son and daughter-in-law's.
We get to hopefully find out the gender of our first
baby reveal party
grandbaby
tomorrow.
coming up. So I'll be crying.
Yeah. Tuesday Professionals returns, and then Wednesday, of course, will be the ever popular, maybe the best show on the internet, Graybeard Studio at 1 o'clock Pacific time on Wednesday with Kelsey, David Williams, Gary Martin, and myself drawing who knows what. I think it's
Never know
Gary's
what's going to happen.
Gary's turn to pick categories. You guys get to vote. on the subject matter. Also, if you haven't backed Wraith of God, please check out the link in the description of this video. Go over there and check out that campaign. Also, please hit the like and subscribe. Helps us grow, helps us bring
and
more ridiculous content just
that we're
for
so
you.
known for. And please make sure to share, and that it's going to be closing pretty soon. Yeah, this has been, it's like I said, you've worked harder than ever, but it's been so much fun, and meeting all you guys has been the biggest blessing, I think, for all of it. So thank
Never
you
were
so much.
truer words spoken. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time right here on Aaron Live.
Woo!
Bye.
Thanks, guys. I made it.